You know what? I'll see you later, man.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeehaw! And we're live.
Yes.
Dude, what a fucking crazy weekend, huh?
What the hell?
Watch those 3 title fights. That was like, it was really funny because we were talking about this and you were like, this is probably one of the best cards ever, but we have a high likelihood of all decisions.
Yeah. Yeah. Boy, was I wrong. Goddamn, was I wrong. I make some good picks, but every now and then I looked at the matchup and I'm like, everyone's so close.
Yeah.
In competition and skill-wise, I was like, we're going to get a lot of decisions, which I don't mind. And then as we're watching, I'm glad I was wrong. As we're watching, like, holy shit, best UFC card ever.
I don't know what was the most surprising outcome, too. It's like, did you just crack yourself?
Yeah.
Did you just hit the antlers? You all right?
Jamie SCT.
Jamie just ran. I told you that was a bad idea to put that thing there.
Right, I'll remember eventually.
All right, we're going to put a red light. We got an elk antler right over near where Jamie has to
He's
walk
hit it
past.
twice.
He's whacked
He's
his
hit it
head.
twice.
It's the hat with the brim, like the brim
This
blocks
hasn't been
the
there
antler.
forever, and I'm not there. And
Right,
I'll get
spatial awareness. You get used to the space.
Fuck, man.
So I think maybe one of the most impressive things, or confusing, or unexpected, was how fucking good GSP looked. The dude's gone for 4 years, comes back, and immediately I see him moving around and popping the jab, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, he looks like GSP.
I wasn't that. And everyone's like, oh, here's Schaub, the hater. No, I wasn't that in love with GSP's performance.
You weren't?
I thought he looked good. I thought he looked heavy. I didn't think he looked as, obviously he put on some pounds.
He was thick.
He was thick, like Three Musketeer thick.
Yeah.
I thought he put on some pounds and his cardio wasn't that great. And he had
He
cardio for
definitely-
days before.
Yeah, he definitely was suffering a little bit because of that, and also it has to be a big factor. 4 years off, just the nerves and all that jazz.
Huge factor.
And the struggle to hold Bisping down. Bisping's fucking hard, and honestly, taking him down was one of the worst things that could have happened. He got cut the fuck up. from
Bisping
the top.
didn't work down there.
Yeah.
And what I was worried if it went to decision, I thought Bisping's actually winning, even though GSP got him down for that portion. If the hopefully the judges see that Bisping's doing the damage down there.
Oh, for sure.
That should count in their eyes.
I agree 100%. The only time that's ever really counted, though, in a fight is Kevin Randleman versus Boss Rutten. Remember? Kevin Randleman took Boss Rutten down, but Boss Rutten was beating the shit out of him from the bottom, and Randleman didn't do anything. But a lot of people were super outraged after that decision. That was a weird one because most of the fight was spent with Boss on the bottom and Randleman on top.
That's old school. I think GSP obviously looked great, passed the test. I always look what's next. I thought Bisping was super hesitant because for this reason they trained earlier, right? They trained in 2008, and I guess 2006, so a while ago. I guess GSP just kind of mopped the floor with him, like kind of did whatever he wanted. So then I think GSP's camp and their thinking was, all right, middleweight's really not where we should be at, but Bisping's kind of easy pickings for us. We might as well go get the belt from him if we're going to do this big comeback. So I think he thought it was a good matchup, and I think because they trained prior, that wasn't normal Bisping. Bisping pushes the pace. I think he was so worried about the takedown, rightfully so. I don't think that Bisping didn't look great to me either.
No, he looked very
super
stiff.
hesitant and stiff, and he looked like Father Time was like, "Yo, man, tonight's your night."
I don't think it was a Father Time thing. I think it was in the back of his mind. I mean, he was very openly admitting that GSP dominated those training sessions that they had in 2006. And he was saying, look, I'm much better than I was back then, which I'm sure he is, but you can only get so much better.
It's also a mental thing.
Yeah.
Like, damn, when he did that, and he's impossible to get off. So
Yeah.
I think he was very reserved. But I thought after 4 years, hell yeah, George looked good. Did George look good enough to beat like a Whitaker or Yoel Romero? Probably not. Not to hate on not to hate on what's going on right now because the epic night. I just look at the real middleweights, meaning Whitaker, Yoel, Luke Rockhold.
Yeah.
And with those cardio problems, I was like, this was a fun one. And you're crazy if you think he's gonna fight again at 85. That ain't happening.
I don't think so either.
I can promise you that's not happening.
I think he drops right back down to 170.
He's fighting Woodley next.
Yeah, when I was thinking about him fighting, and Woodley's no fucking picnic.
That's not a cakewalk.
That ain't a good time.
Matchup-wise, that's very tough for GSP.
But, Woodley's been dealing with a shoulder injury. He hurt his shoulder pretty bad in that fight early in the Thompson fight. And so what he does about that is that's what's up in the air. if he chooses to have surgery, I believe he has, I don't know if he's talked about it, but I think he has a labrum tear. So the question is what he decides to do about that.
I heard him say about Colby Covington, we should talk about him. He's killing me lately, but
yeah, but
in a good way. But he was saying, he goes, yeah, my shoulder's messed up, but it's good enough where I could whoop Colby's ass. Now, is it good enough to whoop GSP? Probably not. But Whitaker's out too.
Yeah.
If
Whitaker's almost back.
If they do another interim belt at welterweight, I'm gonna bust. I'm gonna freak out. If there's more interim belts, I'm gonna freak the fuck out.
If they do it, who would they do?
Well, if Woodley has to do surgery and then GSP's like, nah, I'm not
versus
fighting.
Covington.
Oh my god. Or GSP versus someone down there.
GSP versus someone would get a lot of press.
Yep.
They think they got over 1 million pay-per-view buys Saturday night.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so. I thought it was gonna do around 700s.
They might have got 1 million just from Canada. They said Canada was tracking higher than the pay-per-view for Mayweather versus McGregor.
Really?
Yeah.
Canada, come on.
Canada's crazy for GSP, bro.
Love him some GSP.
I mean, he won Athlete of the Year back when the UFC was like not nearly as popular.
It's true. He's
pre-Ronda and pre-Conor. He won Athlete of the Year in Canada.
Well, now, obviously, there's the Conor McGregor effect, but there's no one in the UFC who can go to Canada and sell out the Bell Center, Giant Toronto. Now you can do that. His next fight, you can go up there and do that.
Oh, my God. His next fight, now he's the middleweight champion of the world? Holy shit. Jesus Christ.
You know in his contract, and Dana said this, but contracts are like pinky swears in the UFC. They're kind of like, all right, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I think... in his contract, he said this, and it's in his contract. He has to defend the middleweight title. But again, I don't think it's going to happen. Because you hear if Freddie Roach talked about how 85 is not where he wants to be at when they asked him what's next, and then also remember all this adds up. It's easy to figure out. You don't have to be fucking Sherlock Holmes. Whitaker was cage side. If that fight was next, the way you rip your promo is bring Whitaker into the cage. They're like, nah, son, you're good. You sit there. You ain't coming in here. We don't need that right now.
Sober October's over.
It's definitely over.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Whitaker, I'm sure would want that fight. But
Hell yeah, he'd want that fight.
I don't think GSP was ever really considering it.
No, I don't. It's just not a possibility.
I think GSP.
Woodley's next.
But yeah, with Woodley injured, here's the real crazy question: if Conor defends against Tony, and that's a big fight,
which I heard is in March. That's the rumors.
What do you think about GSP versus Conor?
I know, right? What? I'm whispering because it's crazy. A lot of things have to happen in order for that to line up. So Conor would have to beat Tony.
A shitload of weight,
which I think he's down to do.
He was a gorilla. When I interviewed him at the weigh-ins and I put my arm on him, I was like,
it's too
what
thick,
in the
though.
fuck, dude? He's giant
Yeah,
now.
but it's too much. It was just too much. It was like
huge.
Yeah. It's just
he's way bigger. Like he looked like 200 plus pounds when he got into
his
the
frame's
octagon.
so much bigger than Conor.
Yes.
But just the magnitude of that fight, they do it at a catch weight. That's a super fight. When we talk about super fights, now that's a motherfucking super fight.
It would have to be at 170, but if they did do it at 170,
Conor would have to get through Tony.
Yeah.
GSP's going to have to beat Woodley, and then you get an end of next year. There's a lot that has to line up because Conor
that's
beating
a big if.
Tony's
beating
a
Woodley's
tough
a
one.
giant
But
if.
even if he doesn't, it's still a super fight, right?
If he loses by devastating knockout, it's not a super fight.
Yeah, you know,
we're
I'm
probably
trying to see
not
that.
going to see GSP again. The thing about Woodley is if Woodley wins, you're probably going to the hospital.
Unless your name's Wonder Boy, and then you're probably going to sleep on the couch as a fan.
Well, Wonder Boy fight at least went to decision, but there was moments in that fight where it looked like Wonder Boy was going out.
Hell yeah.
I mean, Woodley puts people excuse me. Woodley puts people to sleep. I mean, he hits fucking hard. But here's the question: like, how much damage has been done to his shoulder, and what needs to be? It's a labrum tear, whatever sort of a tear it is. Can it be fixed with stem cells? Can it be fixed with rehab, or is it damaged to the point where he's going to need surgery? Because if he does, he's likely out a year. That's what Kane had. Kane had labrum surgery.
Correct.
He was out for a year.
It's a rough one too to come back from.
Yeah, it's not an easy road back, and especially. Excuse me. If you're someone who has that wild punching style like Woodley, think about how much fucking torque that guy puts in his punches. And he might be the heaviest hitter in the history of the 170-pound division. You watch that fight with Josh Koscheck or watch that fight with Jay Heron, dude, he hits.
When Anthony Johnson was cutting to 70, he begs to differ.
That's different.
He had no business being down there.
Yeah.
But I hear you, especially right now.
He's talking about coming back as a heavyweight.
I know, and which is good because that division needs him.
It does need him, but why is he? I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't get it either.
Like he said he didn't want to fight anymore. Like he's done.
Well, you know, he thought he was done. He thought that's the life he wants. Then when you're there, you're like, oh, this sucks. Oh, wait, I feel actually pretty good. I can go to heavyweight and not cut all that weight.
I wonder.
And the division's slim.
But how much weight is he really cutting at 205?
Probably 30 pounds. He is.
You think he walks
thick.
around at 235?
Hell
really?
yeah.
Oh
That
my
boy
God,
is
that's so
He's a
crazy.
freak, man.
That's so much weight.
So much weight. He's an absolute freak. Someone made a good point. It was either you or DC, who, by the way, my MVP, everyone tore it up at Madison Square Garden. DC is stealing my heart, man. As a commentator,
great.
that motherfucker is
amazing.
good. He's bringing some personality to it.
Yeah, he's himself.
Yes.
He's himself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like in Brazil, he got a little too excited in the cage,
Yeah.
but he's great, man.
Dillashaw, Killashaw, Thrillashaw.
Yeah, he's
when
great.
He's, doing the
He's like, I
He's
can't
being himself.
talk right now. I'm so nervous. Like, I love that.
When Rose won and he starts yelling out, "Thug Rose!"
Yes, I
Thug
want
Rose!
that.
I want that too.
That's what I want.
Yes.
Everyone doing it, take notes. Be yourself. DC's not being fake.
Yeah, but
He's
here's
living in the
thing.
moment.
DC is fucking hilarious.
Yes.
DC has one of the best personalities ever. When you're hanging around him, like outside of commentary, outside of the fight, people don't know him, and it's a goddamn shame that people boo him. They should love that guy.
They should love him.
His personality is amazing. So when he's himself, that himself is great. Like me and him are always. Excuse me, goddamn weed. Me and him are always laughing and slapping each other in
He's
the back,
awesome.
crying, laughing.
Yeah.
He's the best.
He grew
man.
up in locker room, so he's gonna know that chit chat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He knows the vibe.
He's a funny
and he's
dude.
smart.
He knows a shitload about wrestling too. What an asset he is. Whenever there's some sort of a takedown attempt or when someone doing something wrong and he can explain it.
That's the
you know?
that's the future, man. And he's good at it and wants to do it.
Yeah, he's great, man. He's great. But the Thug Rose one was my favorite.
He's hilarious.
He's just being himself.
But
you
it
know?
was either him or you that made the point of, you know, you really got to give it up to Woodley for what he did to Wonder Boy when you see what Wonder Boy did to
100%.
Masvidal.
What Wonder Boy does to everybody. Well,
Everybody.
This is the reason why I felt it was unfair to criticize Woodley. Because if I was in Woodley's corner, I would have told him to fight the exact same fight. Like, people have said to me after the commentary, like, why didn't you say that fight was boring? I go, because it wasn't boring. It wasn't boring to me while it was happening. It might be boring if you knew what happened and you had to watch the 4 rounds before. If you're not like really into tactics or try to figure out what's happening. But to me, there's just dire consequences to any mistake you make against Woodley. And there's dire consequences against Wonder Boy.
Really,
Wonder Boy
Wonder
can
Boy.
knock you out.
I think with Woodley and the Wonder Boy battle, I think they're just bad dance partners. But I also think you make one mistake against Wonder Boy, especially, you know, Woodley being shorter, you're in a lot of fucking trouble. And he knew that.
Yeah.
Now, to me, the fight wasn't great. They weren't great. That last one wasn't great, but there were times when it was good. But I think the way Woodley dealt with it and kind of figured it out, and you said this on the commentary on the broadcast, where that might be the only way to beat Wonder Boy.
Yep.
That's it. It's not gonna be an exciting fight. It's not gonna be great. And Woodley figured that out. Now, when you go to the Maya fight, it's like, all right, God damn it. You know, when you go over there, then it's another thing. But again,
Well, the Maya fight, though, if he did hurt his shoulder early in the fight, think about dealing with a guy who was one of the best fucking
Nightmare.
grapplers ever.
Nightmare.
Ever.
Nightmare.
And being in a position where you can't use one of your arms right. Like,
Nightmare.
You almost have to fight the way he fought against Maya.
you don't want to go to the ground.
And people are like,
Oh, you're a fucking Tyrone Woodley apologist. You're a Tyrone Woodley lover.
No, it is what it is.
You're a ball rider. You're a ball riding.
I think it just lined up for him where it's like this is the monster you're dealing with. Then you get the shoulder. He
think
needs
you
a guy like Colby.
yes, I
Colby
agree.
Compton, and I sent you a screenshot of his. I
Yes.
woke up to this Twitter where Colby and
His tweet
listen,
to John Jones. See if you can find
I
it.
told Colby this is what I was saying on my show. I was saying, you know, people say, "Hey man, let's not cross the line." I went, Colby, you listen to me right now. You find that line, you fucking run through it because whatever you're doing's working, man. Don't get racist, but run through that fucking line.
Well, what
and
he
he's
did
doing
about,
it.
from Brazil on, his fucking social media presence has gone through the roof. Like, when what people think of him has gone through the roof. More people are talking about him now than ever before.
He's ranked number 3.
Yeah.
He's number 3 in the world. They're talking about a title shot.
Well, he did beat the shit out of Damian Maia.
He beat the brakes off Damian Maia.
In Brazil, wore his ass out, and it was only a 3-round fight. I mean, who knows if it was a 5-round fight? He might have got a stoppage.
He would have stopped him, yeah.
Very well might have.
Yeah, good
He's
chance.
beating the shit out of him.
Yeah.
And Colby he's young, he's brash, he's fucking tough as shit. Look at this. John Jones says to George St. Pierre, "Hey, George St. Pierre, you've always been one of my biggest inspirations. Show the world how great you can be tonight. Praying for you. Colby Covington says, shut up, loser! Exclamation point. You're the biggest fuck up in the history of sports. Hashtag UFC 217.
Why is he going so hard in the paint at John Jones?
He doesn't care, man. He doesn't care.
But it's working because I like what Rose says. And Rose, I thought, was the biggest MVP of the night. But I like what Rose says. She's like, man, I'm sick of this fight culture where guys are just going super hard in the paint, talking shit and not being themselves. Like, I'm a good person. Let's be nice to each other. I'm like, hell yeah, I love that shit, Rose. And then I open up my Twitter and see Colby. I'm like, but then that also makes sense. Like, I have this angel, and you know what I'm saying, and demon on my shoulder. Like, yeah, Colby. No, Rose, this is nice. You know,
it all makes sense. Look, it's exciting. The shit talking is exciting. Yeah, I like when they make up afterwards. That's when I'm happy.
Yeah.
They talk plenty of shit, they fight, and then they make up.
TJ and Cody really didn't.
They're
They're like, I respect you, and then Cody was like, yeah, I respect them, but everything I said was true. Fuck that guy.
Well, when TJ got in his face right after the stoppage and was like touching his face,
that's what you get though,
screaming at him.
That when you're dealing with a fight of that magnitude and there's that much high emotion and passion, there's gonna be a little bit of that.
Yeah, but I never saw anybody do that before. I never saw anybody win by stoppage, and then when the guy gets up, just fucking out of it. TJ's in his face,
all up in his
screaming
grill
at the top of his lungs with his mouth touching his face, like he was kissing him.
Like he was a baby bird.
And he was like on his tippy toes, like
it's
chest
a great
out.
picture, just shredded
it's fucking
too.
Amazing picture.
But again, you know, with Cody had all that ammunition. Just the week of, like, oh, I didn't knock you out. Goo, drops the video, and I was like, oh fuck.
I think one of the worst things that happened for Cody is that he got that knockdown.
Because he thought he could do it again. Wait, you're saying in practice or in the
no,
in the
in
first
the
round?
fight, in the first round. Look at that. That is insane.
I mean, they are lip to lip.
Yeah, lip to lip. They're kissing. They're essentially kissing. Cody is completely out of it, right?
Yeah.
He just got knocked out cold. I wasn't sure if he was out cold, but if you watch the stoppage, he stops moving. He got hit a bunch of times.
It was a good stoppage.
He came right back. God, I should stop coughing, right?
I love both those guys, man.
He came right back. He got back up like pretty quickly, but I think that's conditioning and just realizing that he came to. But
he's a monster.
Look at TJ.
Look how shredded TJ is.
How the fuck is he going to cut 10 more pounds to go down and fight Mighty Mouse?
Do they do it at catch weight? Do the belts really fucking matter?
They're going to do it at 125.
Do it at 120? And TJ swear. When I talk to TJ, he swears he can make it. He goes all day, easily.
He might be able to.
Hey, Mighty Mouse, who else you going to fight?
Well, if he gets a Mike Dolce behind him or a George Lockhart or one of those weight cutting specialists,
he has someone.
He does?
He has some new guy who's a monster. That's why he looks like that right now. He has some new guy that he moved to California for.
If you get a guy who's a weight cutting expert, I bet he could probably do it.
Oh, he'll do it for sure. He wanted to do it originally. He was already making the cut when he thought it was going to happen. He goes, it's no problem for me.
He was very disappointed in that fight, and I see his point, but I also see Mighty Mouse's point. Mighty Mouse's point is, look, what if TJ doesn't make the cut and then I lose the fight? Look, what if he doesn't make the weight and then I lose the fight to him? He's like, that's a big deal.
And I don't set the record.
Yeah, he wanted to set the record. The record was giant to him. He wanted to set the record in his weight class. So he said, look, I have one requirement. Let TJ win a fight at 125. Let him fight at 125. Let him win, and then I'll have him come over. Look at him, jacked. That's after he won. That's real, too, man. I mean, that's some raw shit.
That's some raw emotion where they're going to fight 3 more times. There's so much shit talking going on. It was so personal for these two.
Yeah. Boy, it looked bad when he got clipped. He got clipped at the end of the first round, and it looks like, wow,
really bad.
Colby has a piston for a right hand. Unbelievable speed. But then he came back real quick. Like at the beginning of the second round, he looked fine.
He looked amazing.
He looked fine. Like didn't look like anything's wrong with him. And he started throwing a lot more kicks.
And did you see what TJ said? Because they were like, oh, you're going to give Cody an immediate rematch? He goes, hell no. Look at the fire I had to walk through to get back here. He goes, it doesn't work like that.
It's true.
He goes, it does not work like that. I had to fight, 3 guys? I had to wait over a year, fight 3 monsters?
He had to fight Lineker.
Yeah.
By the way, he fucking neutralized Lineker, too. That was one of the more, in my opinion, one of the more fascinating fights because I don't think there's another guy in the division that would have neutralized Lineker in that way and not gotten hit.
Agree.
You know what I mean? Maybe Dominic. But the thing about TJ versus Dominic is TJ's more kick-oriented. TJ can, he's not that Dominic doesn't have kicks, but I think TJ has more flexibility. He's more loose in the outside. TJ wins by head kick, right? He head kicks guys. He will do all of the above. You know, he doesn't have in any way a limited arsenal.
And I don't know what they're going to do next, but, you know, Dominic versus Jimmy Rivera is a tough fight for Dom.
Fucking
to me,
fight.
I don't know what it is,
either
but
guy.
Jimmy Rivera is a fucking
tank.
nightmare.
He's a
for
tank.
people.
Tank.
He's undefeated. He kind of mopped the floor with Uriah Faber. Like he's no joke, man.
Dude, that
he's flying under the
low kick-
radar, but
Yeah, he is.
and
He
his
really
head is twice as big as either one of ours.
He's a tank.
At that weight class.
And his low kick, that low kick that everyone's doing, that below the calf kick or the calf kick, god damn, that is a debilitating kick.
That dude's my dark horse. No one's really talking about him. I'm like, God,
He's
he's
a Tiger Schulman
motherfucker.
guy.
Yeah.
You know, when I was in the martial arts in New York in like that area, Tiger Schulman had like a whole chain of karate schools. And I'm sure they did competitions and stuff. I'm pretty sure. But no one ever would have thought they would become like a powerhouse for MMA. But they've had quite a few like really talented fighters come out of there. Well, they had that kid with the green hair. The fuck's his name? Bantamweight gentleman.
Oh, I know you're fucking talking about. God, I like that
can't
kid.
remember his name.
I can't remember
do
either.
too.
God damn it.
He stopped fighting a while back.
Yeah, he did. He kind of just dipped out, right?
Yeah.
He's like, I'm out.
They have that kid. So this is going to be a lot of. They have that kid that did this. I can't remember this either.
Sorry to put you on the spot. Oh, yeah? Where at?
One of his other guys had this crazy choke that we had to like go over in the gym and try to figure out. Yes. Louis Gardneau.
Yep.
Sorry, Louis.
Sorry,
Louis
Louis.
Gardneau.
He was one of my faves, though.
Tough dude. He's
Yeah,
I
great hair.
believe he's a Tiger Schulman guy. Pretty sure. And then there's been a few other guys too.
The only one who's going to get a rematch on the card is Joanna. She deserves it. After defending the title that many times, you get murked in that first round. I think that qualifies for an immediate rematch.
Yeah, well, I think that's where the big money is for sure. I mean, people are going to want to see that. That's a big fight. Because when Joanna walked out, dude, the pop from the audience was immense.
She's finally become like this star that they've been putting all this promotion into her. She's winning fights.
Yeah.
She was kind of thriving in it, almost a little too much, which is one of the reasons
Maybe
I think
a
she
little bit.
lost. Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit of the Ronda syndrome there, a little bit.
Well, I don't
And
know if
then-
it's that, but she was definitely doing a lot of press, and look, there's a lot, fucking tremendous amount of pressure. But I'll tell you what, dude, when she was talking to the camera, she was talking to Rose, and she's like, "The boogie woman coming for you, the boogie woman coming for you." I got fucking nervous.
scared?
I was nervous.
Dude,
I was legitimately
People
nervous.
thought it was the greatest promo of all time. I was like, Boogie Woman, what the fuck? I
Dude,
was like, what the fuck is
when
that?
you see her looking at Rose in her eyes, like staring into
that
her soul,
beak.
and she's talking all kinds of crazy shit. I'm going to fuck you up. I'm going to hurt you. And Rose is saying the Lord's Prayer.
That's some demonic shit.
I was like, what? I asked Rose, I go, what are you saying? She's like, I was saying the Lord's Prayer. And she didn't even look at
you
anybody. She wouldn't look at
Okay.
me. I was like, all right. I'm like, wow, this is for
Where do you
real.
go? Yes.
I mean,
dead
look, it
serious.
would be easy to say in retrospect, I knew then something special was going to happen.
Hell no. I thought I was like, Rose needs to see a psychiatrist. That's why when I saw that weigh-in, I'm like, we need to get Rose some help ASAP.
But I mean,
I've
what
known
I'm
Rose
saying is-
forever. I'm like, you know what? We need some professional help.
But after the fact, knowing the result that Rose won by knockout, it makes it even all the more profound.
Now you're gonna see motherfuckers just reciting
Look,
prayers
you want to
nonstop.
talk about, I hope the UFC realizes, and I think they do, that's a fucking star. That's
Rose?
a real star.
Hell yeah. Well,
I mean, a real star.
she has the look, she has
She's
the skills.
25 years
Yes.
old. She's got the look. She shaves her head. She's a beautiful
Stranger
person.
Things look is so in
She's,
right now.
it's so in.
That
She's
11 look is so in.
She's 12.
She's 12. She's 11.0. She's yeah.
And she's like a genuinely good person. Like when she was talking after the fight, she's like, just be nice to each other. Like,
Here's
that's
the thing,
real.
Joe. That's real.
coming from her.
Do the fans gravitate towards that nice person?
Oh yeah,
we
for
do.
sure. When you look like her and you weigh 115 pounds, you're a woman. You fuck up the boogie woman. Yeah,
The boogie one, maybe. Yeah,
Crowds
I
are gonna
hope so.
grab- Oh,
I hope
I
so.
guarantee
Yeah.
you, man.
Yeah.
If she doesn't become as big a star as any other woman in MMA, I would be stunned.
Damn,
I would be stunned.
I like that
If she-
prediction because
Think
she's a
about
good
it, man.
person, man.
Look,
She's worked hard.
Misha Tate got some star out of it. Ronda clearly got the biggest, right?
For sure.
Ronda got the biggest by far. She was the biggest, like as
It was-
far as like,
it was
people
timing
paying
her
attention.
opponents, yeah.
Everything.
Yeah, yeah,
It was
everything.
her insane domination.
For
of
sure.
Opponents just weren't on her level
Yeah.
until they were, right?
Yeah.
So until she fought Holly, they weren't really on her level. And she also had this new thing, which was the female ass kicker, this thing that didn't exist before. So in that way, like one of the most unique athletes ever.
For sure.
Besides
Pioneer.
Layla Ali and who's the coal miner's daughter? Christy Martin. Remember Christy Martin? from back in the old Tyson fights.
Oh, yeah,
She'd
yeah,
be
yeah.
fighting on the undercard.
Yeah, yeah.
The coal miner's daughter, remember that?
For sure, but they're
you know what I'm saying?
pioneers, but it's different.
Yeah, not that much. Like Layla
No.
Ali got a few people paying attention
You
to
better
her.
be able to box
Yeah.
your dad's Muhammad Ali for God's sakes.
know.
What the fuck? I mean, that's a shoo-in.
Yeah, man. But
It's like being George Lucas's daughter. Like, you're going to be, in Star Wars for fuck's sake.
yeah. But it just never hit the levels that it hit with Ronda.
No.
Right? But I think that it's possible that Rose could be the biggest star in MMA today. I really think so. I don't think anyone's ever going to be a Ronda because that was the first one. It was a crazy thing.
Yeah, I agree.
But Rose could be gigantic. I mean, I really think who knows if she could be as big as Ronda, but she could be gigantic. I really think so.
Yeah, I like that she's true to herself.
She's
I
fucking
hope that
wild
works.
too, dude. She does wild shit.
She's
she throws
explosive.
up flying arm bars. I mean, she does wild shit. That fucking karate hottie fight, which she head kicked her and then choked her out. Dude, she's a little savage. She gets on your back. Woo.
The thing that division is kind of stacked though. Like Joanna went through a lot of people, but for Rose, there's a lot of tough competition.
There's very tough competition. There's tough competition standing up too. There's a lot of good strikers in that division.
Best case scenario though, especially for the UFC and Rose, because Rose is my favorite fighter in that division, coming from Denver. But that division, for her to defend it and build a star like they had in Joanna, that's when you get a star. But if that belt's circulating, the public doesn't gravitate towards that. We don't like that.
And she's likely gonna have to fight Carolina, who went 5 hard rounds with Joanna and 3 rounds with her. Was it 3 or 5 rounds with her, which she won the decision? Was it
3,
main
right?
event? I think it was 3.
There's Jessica Andrade.
Jessica Andrade is a
Her
monster.
last fight was
115.
scary. And then Claudia Gadeja.
Jessica Andrade beat the shit out of Claudia Gadeja.
She beat the brakes off
Beat the
Claudia.
shit out of her.
That was
and
tough to watch.
The manhandling. No offense. Woman handling. she woman handled her.
She strong armed
She
Claudia.
smashed. She smashed. She Hulk smashed.
She straight up Hulk smashed.
She
her.
straight up Hulk
Yeah,
smashed
straight
her.
up. Like,
She really did.
I
It
was like, Jesus Christ, man. I haven't seen an ass whooping like that since Cyborg got a hold of some bitch.
Didn't we watch that one live? Did we do a fight companion for that? Did we?
I don't think we did. Because
We
I'm a
watched it after the
huge
fact?
Claudia fan. I think she's so hot.
Yeah, she's very pretty.
Right?
Yeah.
She's taking a break, though.
Well, you know what, man? The body only has so many wars in it.
Especially cutting that weight.
That was a lot of people were talking about with Joanna. They were thinking about Joanna. Like, think about Joanna
After
going.
the fact, though.
But before the fact, there was some discussion. We were talking about, look, I didn't think that Rose was going to do that. Nobody
Fuck
thought.
no. I
she's
mean,
gonna-
did I bet on it? Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did.
you?
Yeah, I
You
did.
bet on Rose?
Yeah.
That's a good bet.
Well, she's such a big underdog.
4-1.
Shit, she was plus. I think I got it plus 500. I posted it, whatever it was. I put $500 on her. One, I forget how much,
That's
$2,000
nice.
or something. But
that's nice.
yeah, just because Rose, she has that X factor where she just explode
She's wild.
For a female fighter. Yeah, she's wild. Where it's
Wild.
hard to train for.
And at the beginning of the fight, Joanna, she had done nothing to Joanna. All Joanna would get in her face. She'd put her fist out, touch her fist with her face. Joanna was really trying to get in her head. And the whole time, Roar's going, "Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be
Some
thy name."
scary shit.
Yeah, it was scary shit. But when the actual face down came, when they were standing in front of each other and they were about to fight, Joanna's talking all the crazy shit, and she got close to her, and Rose pushed her away. She's
Game
like,
on.
"Bitch, get the fuck out of here."
Get out of here.
And that's when it got dirty.
And then she did work.
What the fuck?
I don't
did
think
she
Joanna
do?
landed a punch.
She landed like a
Some
leg
kicks.
kick. She landed, but Rose opened strong with a leg kick, and I was like, "Oh
Yeah.
Jesus!"
And then she threw that leaping hook.
Look,
Go!
Trevor Whitman is a bad motherfucker.
Well, when you have Trevor Whitman, yeah, that's
That
what I
guy
started
is
with.
He is a phenomenal,
mastermind.
Phenomenal striking.
If you give him a
coach.
focus on one fighter, he's a master. Well,
You
he
see
has
what he's
Justin
doing with her?
Gaethje. He has
Yes,
Rose.
dude.
He had
yes.
Carwin, Nate
Those-
Marquardt. Like,
Dude, come on.
GSP used to fly down to Denver
look at
just to work on his
Gaethje.
jab.
Just Gaethje training now with think about this fight that he's got with Eddie Alvarez. Training now for Eddie Alvarez. Gaethje what is his fucking record? It's something insane.
Isn't he 20-0 or something like that?
Gath, you know how to spell his name? He's got an insane record.
He's been mopping the floor with those C-level fighters in World Series, but still it's fun.
But still, the Michael Johnson fight.
18-0. There you go.
18-0. Look at that. 1 submission, 2 decisions, 15 knockouts.
But
God
but
damn.
I know Trevor. When Gaethje fights, sometimes technique goes out the window. He goes,
He's an animal.
"Fuck it,
Dude, he's a
which is why
fucking
people
animal.
love him.
He's wild as shit. That Michael Johnson fight showed that. Michael Johnson hurt him, tagged him hard. and he came back and smashed him.
That Eddie Alvarez fight is a great fight.
Fuck yeah, it's a great fight.
Because people forget, but Justin Gaethje, his background is wrestling.
Yeah.
He was an amazing wrestler at University of Northern Colorado. Freak, athletic freak. Vision is awful, too. He squints. He has to have glasses all the time. I'm like, bro, what the fuck, man?
Can you get that fixed?
I don't think you can get LASIK and fight. The commissioners don't let you.
They don't let you do LASIK, but you could do the other kind.
PD. I almost said PDK like a Porsche stick shift.
There's two different kinds. There's like
PRK,
LASIK and there's
like that.
the other kind
Something
where they
with
use
a
a
P.
scalpel.
Yeah.
The one that they use a scalpel, apparently they can do.
That's the Russian shit. That's what I had done, I think.
Did you?
Yeah.
What was wrong with your vision?
I had to have contacts and glasses.
I've seen guys fight with those, and they lose a contact, and they drop it, and then they got to keep fighting. And now you're like,
One
eye's good. Like, how can you
Saucy
fight
style?
with soft contacts in your eyeballs? That is crazy.
Yeah, I got LASIK after I was playing a lacrosse game, and I was zoning out, and I was in Denver, and it's cold, and my contact froze. And they're like, you're in. I was like, now? I was like, oh, fuck. And then someone hit me, and it shattered in my eye.
Oh, Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Yeah.
You had a hard contact?
Yeah, hard one.
Oh, my God. Would you get hit with a ball or a stick?
I think some dude just lit me up or something. And my fucking contact fucking shredded. And I was like, I'm playing, sports here, man. I can't have fucking contact.
That used to always freak me out about glasses. Like, if someone got punched with glasses on, the glass went into their eye. I was like, ooh.
I mean, well, they used to have those thick ass. Remember those thick ass, like athletic ones? My poor brother used to wear those. Like it was
God,
Kurt
those are
Rambis or
crazy.
some shit.
Even those, though, what if those things break?
They're so fucking thick. Like they're what the president's windows are made.
You
of.
can make them. Oh, you can make it like out of a plexiglass.
Yeah, that's
too,
what they
right?
were.
It doesn't
yeah.
necessarily have to be glass.
It wasn't glass. It was like a thick plastic.
So it really can't break.
Yeah, super nerdy.
Oh,
No
man.
chicks when you wear that thing.
Well, it's funny to me when basketball players get like a broken nose or something like that, and then forever they have this fucking mask on.
Too much, right? Yeah,
It's
too much.
hilarious.
Too much.
It's because of what we see.
They wear it for the next few weeks too.
What's crazy is like this dude.
Oh come on,
I
LeBron.
love
Carbon
it.
fiber too.
I love it. LeBron James had one of those.
Yeah, a lot of people have had it.
But did LeBron wear it because of an injury,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
did he wear it just to be a beast?
Both.
No, you can't wear that shit to be
Let
a
me see
beast.
that. Give me a close up on that.
It does look
Give me
kind
a
of.
That's insane.
That's carbon fiber.
Yo, I love it.
It does
I
look
want to
pretty
wear one
gangster.
right now. I want to wear one just when I go out. In case the shit goes down. The nose is such a terrible design. I know you had your nose fixed after the Crow Cop fight,
Oh God.
but I just see so many people get their nose smashed. Like they had a close up of Cowboys. Oh, Kobe had one too, huh?
Yeah, almost everyone's had one.
Because they all hurt their nose.
Kobe
that's
looks
it?
like Zorro there. It's pretty badass.
It does look pretty badass, but seriously,
I want one too,
some
though.
bitch ass shit. If you think about all the stuff that fighters go
Yeah,
through,
come on.
Get outta here, man.
Cody's was rough.
Yeah.
I mean, Cowboys.
Cowboys is rough. Darren Till caught him with that elbow, that fucking snapping down elbow. I know we did the fight companion for that one.
Yeah, I know.
I told you, dude, Vinny Shorman would not stop raving about Darren Till. He would
I
not
know.
stop raving before the fight, and Shorman knows his shit. He was like, mate, you've never seen anything like it.
He's a
He goes,
freak.
the kid's going to be a champion.
Yeah. Most people think from Liverpool. He doesn't have a fight lined up, but I'm surprised.
He wants to fight Wonder Boy.
I'd watch the shit out of that.
I'd watch the shit
You know
out
how
of
I
that.
went at mine? Till versus Colby.
Holy
Let these
shit.
young lions kill each
Yeah.
other. You know what I'm saying? Like, why not?
Yeah, but if you're a fan of high-level striking, you tell me Wonder Boy versus Darren Till wouldn't be insane?
I'd watch it all goddamn
watch
day.
the shit
if
out of
I'm
that
Wonder
fight.
Boy, though, I'm like, I'm not taking that fucking monster. What is he, 7? No, man.
It is
I just beat
huge.
Masvidal.
He's huge.
Yeah, he's enormous.
Darren Till's a big
No, ain't no one
welterweight.
trying to fight
He's
him.
big.
The only guy who wants to fight him, what's that guy?
Mike Perry. Mike
Mike
Platinum
Perry wants to fight him, but he has a
wants to
huge
him.
fight coming up.
He's fighting Ponzinibbio. You got to concentrate on Ponzinibbio.
Definitely got to concentrate.
Concentrate on
Bro,
Ponzinibbio.
how about your
please.
boy Johnny Hendricks?
Whoa.
Was like, I figured it out. I'm going
Fought
down to
the eraser.
Jackson's. Let me try this out. Kick-you!
fought
That ain't the
Boy
answer,
China.
son.
Yeah, he fought the fucking eraser, dude. That guy's scary. Even
Hey,
post USADA scary.
Hold up.
Hold up.
Eraser, listen to me right now. That golden snitch is good. You better, I don't know what Aldo did all these years, but you figured out. You better figure it out. I looked at his body. I thought, what the fuck?
Dude, he's so jacked.
He's jacked, in shape, good. Might be the best looking dude in the UFC.
Maybe the best looking dude on the planet. He's right up there.
He's right. I didn't want to come off as gay.
With his shirt off in particular.
Dude,
right
that's not even a good picture. He's too aggressive there.
Yeah.
But when they were doing the post-fight showdown, I'm like, I bet he slangs all the ring card girls if he wanted to. As he was talking, I'm like, this dude is just slanging dick out
Look
there.
at it right there. Dude, when he was standing next to
Are you
Johnny
shitting
Hendricks
me?
at the weigh-ins, I was like, no, Johnny, you are not a middleweight. This is a middleweight. This is a big middleweight. He's so look how much bigger he is than Johnny. I mean,
And shredded
shredded. And the fight was basically an assault. It was an assault. You would never believe that Johnny Hendricks was a former world champion if you saw the way the Eraser beat the shit out of him. I mean, he just beat the shit out of him. Johnny fired back. I mean, he's tough. He tried, threw some leg kicks, threw some punches, but he was just getting fucking destroyed. And just walked down and smashed, kicked to the body over and over again. He was wincing after the first kick to the body.
I know, man.
The second kick to the body he got hit with, you see him wincing, and here was when he clipped Johnny Hendricks. I mean, it was no contest.
Unfortunately for Johnny
blew
in
him out
that
of the
fight,
water.
if you weren't a fan, just looked in and like, oh, the guy got out of the crowd to fight this dime piece. Like,
I
look
know,
at that.
right?
Oh, this guy who likes to drink beers fighting this dime piece Brazilian.
Well,
He might be the best looking Brazilian of all time, by the way.
Johnny is just not the same guy. He's just not the same guy, and you could speculate all day.
There's nothing
as to
wrong
the
with
reasons
that.
why.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
I think sometimes people hate on guys for what they've done lately, but for Johnny Hendricks, man, you've had a great career, brother. I love
know,
Johnny.
but it's just
You've
hard
had a great
for me
career,
to
but
watch him in
sometimes
a weight class above
I
where
agree.
he should be.
I agree. It's
because he doesn't want to watch his diet.
I think it's a number of things, but you know, I just. Man, there's nothing to hang your head on. You're a world champion, man.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people think you beat GSP. Like you've had a great fucking career, man.
A lot of people think you won that fight. A lot of people think.
and now
there's a good argument to that too.
Yeah.
You could really have a real. I mean, if you were just objective, you didn't have a dog in the fight, you could have a real interesting conversation about who won that fight.
there's an argument there.
Sure.
And I think if you're Johnny, you know, and he's probably taking a lot of abuse online, and I wish he would stop, but it's all good, man. You've had a good go.
Well, I hope he doesn't take abuse. Really, what we should do, we should be praising heaps on Paulo Costa because that guy's scary. He's fucking terrifying. That guy's the future. He's legit as fuck.
I
to
haven't
be
seen
able
him
to
on
do
the
that,
ground, but yeah.
Well, who knows? And I would like to see someone test him. I'd like to see him against like a real strong 185-pound wrestler. You know?
I think he's 4-0 in the UFC, and all knockouts, or 3-0 all knockouts. His last two, he murked dudes.
Woo! So what we got to see is he's for real and he's the future.
How's he not on the cover of GQ or some shit? I'm telling you, man. I'm fucking. When I was watching, I was like, the fuck?
Well, that could be the one thing that
I look
does
like
him
fucking
in.
Weinstein next to him. He was fucking. I mean, good looking dude, man.
Maybe that could be what does him in. You just OG on pussy. When you're that good looking, it's got to be hard. It's got to be hard to say no.
Super hard.
And as he gets more and more famous, you know, he's going to be famous for sure.
For sure.
For sure. He keeps smashing people that way, looking that way, smashing people that way.
That's
Come on,
trouble, son.
If he's not famous, he should sue the UFC. So like, you look at this
Are you
face.
shitting me? Look at his body. How the
You-
fuck am I not on the
you
front cover of the
fucking
video game, for God's sake?
Useless fucks. It's just Johnny looked 2 weight classes lighter than him. Johnny looked like he was a welterweight, and the Eraser looked like he was a light heavyweight.
Johnny's just lost, man. And like
Yep.
going to Jackson's, and I'm not knocking Jackson. Jackson's one of the greatest camps of all time, still is. But when fighters go there because they've seen how much success they've had, it's literally heaven's waiting room. It's the fucking, you know, it's the Florida of fighting camps where
Well,
people go,
it's because it's
here's
so
the
attractive.
answer.
Yeah, here's the
I
solution.
get that, but if you're going there, it's probably not the answer.
Well, it's also, you got to think the years that he wasn't there, and those play a factor in his development. It's not like you just get right back to where you should have been. Like, oh, here's the answer. No, you were training wrong for all these years, and his performance dwindled pretty substantially, except for the one fight with Hector Lombard. Which is really interesting. That was like the one fight where he actually looked pretty good,
Yeah, he did.
and he beat Lombard.
He
you know,
did.
who's
That's right.
still fucking dangerous.
Yeah.
And I was like, look, Johnny Hendricks looks like he's back, and that wasn't that long ago.
Hell no, it was last year.
But there's another guy who shouldn't be at 185 pounds. So he fought a guy who's like him, a thick dude who's really a 170 that doesn't have the best diet in the world. You know, and I don't care what anybody says, you know, that you shouldn't be criticizing him. You shouldn't, you know, you don't walk a mile in his shoes. And, you know, maybe his body doesn't want to respond to cutting down to 170 anymore. Stop. Just be honest, and I'm a Johnny Hendricks fan. Look at his body. You should not be fighting the best professional fighters in the world unless you're a heavyweight and you have a body like that. with all that extra body fat, that does you no good. It's not aiding your performance in any way, shape, or form. It is 100% a sign of a lack of either planning, where you didn't plan your diet out in advance, where you're too heavy or too much body fat coming into camp, or poor discipline or poor organization of your diet, where you don't understand like what food you should and shouldn't be eating. When a guy's training for a 3-round fucking fight at the top of the heap in the UFC's middleweight division, you got to think this guy's got to be doing some goddamn rigorous shit. The American public, if they're watching this going, if this fucking guy can't look good, how am I going to look good? And I'm kind of exaggerating because Johnny didn't look terrible. But like,
I think it was worse because Homeboy looked great. Costa looked like a fucking Greek statue.
I mean, you don't have to look like a bodybuilder. I mean, some of the toughest guys like Evan Dunham, he doesn't have a bodybuilder's physique, but he doesn't have any extra weight on him.
No.
That extra weight is not doing you any good.
No, Wonder Boy's not winning any events, bodybuilding events.
No, but he doesn't have a fucking extra pound on him. Nor does Woodley. Woodley's fucking shredded. He's got the best body in the division.
Woodley could win Olympia. Maybe.
He could win Mr. Olympia.
At least top 5. Just jacked.
If he really just got into it 100%. He's got phenomenal genetics. But anyway, he's not. You can't be competing at the highest levels of the sport, giving up that much of an advantage. Like if that was like an agreement that you had, like, all right, we could fight at 185, but you have to be 20% body fat, and I could be 10. Like what?
Especially this day and age, like mixed martial arts is such a high level. Like,
so high level.
Dude, I was just going over the welterweights the other day, and I'm like, holy shit.
Holy shit.
There is so much talent. Like the UFC and the welterweight division in such good hands. There's so much young, killing talent. If you're not taking every advantage of the techniques and your training, you're left in the dust. And Johnny is from that old school kind of training. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's an older cat, man.
Well, what he was talking about when he was talking about training in Texas, that he couldn't spar hard with people or they wouldn't come back, that he had to, like, take it light on them. And then what he really loved about going to Jax is he was dealing with real high-level fighters all the time. So he was getting great training in, which I thought was great to hear. But it's not great that he spent so much time doing it the other way.
Hell no. In 2017?
You lose your focus. You lose the drive, and you just start going through the motions if you're not being challenged all the time. And he was obviously being challenged in competition, but he should have been with a real camp a long time ago.
Agree.
What happened with him? He was with Team Takedown, and they had some sort of a weird agreement.
Yeah, so he was a Team Takedown. He came from Oklahoma State, right? National champion, whatever, 70-time All-American, just a monster. And then the deal is they're going to support him financially with, a house, food, training camp. They take care of all that.
They give you like a salary?
The salary. But once you make it, we're taking 50% of everything. And when you're a young, up-and-coming, hungry fighter, like, that's a great deal. Until you become Johnny Hendricks and you become the world champion. Like, hold up, 50%? I appreciate what you guys did for me, but goddamn, man. Like, you're robbing me blind here. This is crazy. So they had to go separate ways.
Here's the question.
They opened Big Rig Steakhouse.
That was a terrible idea.
I would eat there, though.
I would eat there just for the story.
Yeah, me
Instagram.
too. That shit better
you
be
and me,
good.
selfie, smile, hold up the menu.
But I'll hate on it if it wasn't good, Johnny.
You leave a Yelp review?
Yeah, like, bro, terrible.
Would you have you ever Yelp reviewed?
I've never. Have you?
Never.
That's why we're friends. Have you ever left a comment on YouTube? Nope. That's why we're friends. Have you ever hated on a guy on Instagram?
I don't think so.
No, me neither.
No, it's not really my style.
No.
It's a waste of time.
Yeah, my friends don't do that. I don't have any
so
friends
much
that
time.
I don't get. Yeah, what the fuck are you gonna do?
There's only so much time in this world. You should choose to use it wisely.
I was doing at my last show. Some guy asked me a question. He stood up and goes, "Hey man, have you read the YouTube comment?" I went, "Stop there." He goes, "I've never read a YouTube comment in my life, my man." So there's no question. He goes, "Really? Never?" I went, "Not once. I'm too busy creating material for you guys. I'm not reading comments, man." He's like, "All right, no doubt."
He's trying to tell you something he wrote.
Some shit.
It was really mean.
Probably trolling.
Probably.
Maybe.
He felt it. He was running with it.
Hopefully not.
We're not hating on a guy like Johnny.
I love Johnny. Like I said, there's no reason.
But it is reality, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's not like it's not like we're saying this and he looks like like Paulo Costa.
Yeah.
Right?
Sometimes I think people confuse hate and being critical of a performance or
critical of reality.
Yeah, but also like when they go, you're hating on the UFC sometimes when we talk about pay-per-view numbers or the last pay-per-views. I'm like, listen, I have nothing to do with the way they promote the fighters, all that stuff. If the numbers are low, I literally have nothing to do with that.
Right.
I just give my thoughts on what is going on in the landscape of the UFC.
Hey, pull up a
That's
picture.
not hating.
Pull up a picture of Johnny Hendricks with a beer in his hand with his shirt off. He's got a picture where his gut is enormous. It's
It used to be
between
about
fights.
225. Yeah, between fights you get up 225.
That you can't do. You just can't do that. And he could do that because he was the champ, you know, at the time.
It was a while ago.
It was a long time ago.
This day and age, man, the game's evolving so fucking fast.
Yeah.
As a welterweight, man, you better have your shit together.
You better have your shit together.
I was looking at division. I was scared for people.
Yeah.
Man, you motherfuckers better be training right now.
Yeah, it's a serious Shark Tank, and it's a good combination of upcoming new guys and veterans.
Hell yeah.
There's an awesome just combination of everybody in there. There's one, but there's a better one where you see him from the side. Yeah, above it, right above it with the hat on. Look at this one. What?
That's whatever. Go to the one with the red shirt on.
That's incredible.
After surgery or something.
I don't give a fuck what.
Wait a
There's
minute.
no
Wait a minute. 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 Is that real?
That's real.
How could that be real? There's no way he ever got that big, is there? Come on.
He likes to eat, bro.
What?
He had bicep surgery and said, "Fuck it."
What year was this though?
Last week.
2014. Oh, he had bicep surgery 3 years ago? Dude, that'll take you back a year right by itself. That probably
That's his arm right there, too.
oh, his arm is underneath there.
Okay. I was about to say,
That's not his
haters.
gut.
No, he used to get thick,
I
though.
was like, what did he eat, rocks?
I mean, the fuck? They inject
His
fat
arm-
into him?
His arm is under his stomach, you
No.
assholes.
Yeah. Again, I love Johnny. We're not hating on Johnny.
No, there's just no room for anything other than excellence at 170 now, or even 185 now.
But also for
killers.
for the sport and where it's evolved that, you know, you're in the NFL, you can't get away with that. In the NBA, you can't get away with that. The UFC's getting there at a high level where, man, you better have all your bases covered. Or you're getting lit the fuck up.
He must
Especially
have
at these
known
certain weight
that.
classes. Dude, how about OSP?
takes the fight on 11 days notice.
Was like, yeah, I'll do it. Heck you!
Crazy head kick. And he landed a head kick earlier in the fight, same kick. And we were talking about it too. We were like, look out for his left kick. He's got a brutal left kick. And then boom, right on the button.
Walk away home
Yeah,
run.
I mean, it was crazy. It was so powerful. Look at that.
God, dog, just walked away.
Out cold. Just out cold.
He's silently on this little bit of a rampage at 205 too.
You know, he has 3 Von Flue chokes.
Yes,
Isn't that
which is
crazy?
crazy, man, because he's not a jiu-jitsu guy.
There's
He
only
used to
been
train
5
with us.
ever. There's only
yeah.
been 5 Von Flue chokes ever. He's got 3 of them. Look at that perfect placement of
Bam!
that.
Baseball bat against the head, son.
Oh, dude. And right on the jaw, too.
Great win.
Yeah. And it was a good fight up until then. You know?
Corey Anderson's
man,
doing
you
well.
See the head turn, the
Rough.
jaw turn?
Corey was doing well, especially with his wrestling.
Yeah.
But then OSP is just so explosive, man.
Jamie just wants to keep showing it to us.
Bam! Poor guy,
Till
poor
we throw
Corey,
up.
man. Poor Corey.
Yeah, it's a rough way to go out. Whew, yeah, it's the whole card was insane, right?
That
I mean,
main
from
card,
top
though,
to
for
bottom.
me, as far as the surprises, three titles on the line.
Yeah.
Just the best UFC of all time.
And GSP going, like, when he clipped him with that left hand, going to the ground and pound, then going to the rear naked choke, and then pulling
Letting
him
him
to
up.
sleep.
I got to be honest. I was surprised Bisping didn't retire with you after the fight.
Yeah, I think
When he's like, we're still going to go. I'm like, well, what are you going to do?
he's going to fight somebody else.
Who?
Yoel Romero. Dun, 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 dun.
Yoel's just waiting back there.
If Bisping beats Yoel Romero, they will light England on fire.
Dude. God damn it.
Have that fight in London.
Yeah,
I
for
mean,
reals.
think about it. I mean, Michael got choked unconscious. He got dropped with a good left hand, but he didn't get knocked out.
He also won a round.
Yeah.
He won the second round.
But what I'm saying is he didn't take the kind of damage where he has to be out for a year, you know?
No, hell no.
Hell no.
No,
No.
he could fight in March.
For sure.
For
March.
sure.
So if they're going to do one in London, Yoel Romero and Michael Bisping.
I think there's a fight in March in London as well. Right?
Bum, 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 bum.
That'd be sick.
Yoel Romero was everywhere with Jorge Masvidal when they were.
Oh, was he
they were-
really?
They were running into each other, and there was a video of Masvidal going at it with Michael Bisping.
I saw that.
And everybody gets separated, but Yoel Romero's right there in the mix.
I didn't know that.
here, man.
Was he there?
I'm right here, Michael Bisping.
Dude, they have to make that happen.
I love you. I'm right here.
Dude, just off the fucking.
Yeah, look, they're hanging out together. I'm right here, Michael Bisping.
I'll tell you what, if you're Bisping, I love Bisping. He's as tough as they come. I don't want to be alone with those two motherfuckers. Hell no, especially after burning the flag or whatever he did.
Oh, what did he do?
Didn't he burn the flag?
Did he burn a Brazilian flag?
Ripped it. Remember,
Cuban flag.
He ripped it. He threw it at him during the fight.
I thought he like Dave
threw
Chappelle
on the
stomped
ground.
it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely don't do that.
How badass is fucking Robert Whittaker that he went 5 rounds with that dude and won a decision?
I know.
And he did it with a fucked up knee. He got his knee jacked
Early on,
in
too.
the fight. Robert Whittaker's scary.
No one's trying to fight Whitaker.
Him versus GSP is yikes.
That ain't happening.
Yikes.
You don't need to be scared. That ain't happening.
Yikes.
No,
Yikes.
you don't need to be
Head
scared.
kick Jacare, like, yo, this dude's
He's
not
so
playing.
fast.
He's
GSP's
fast as
like,
fuck.
nah, I'm good on that, bro.
I don't know about that.
I'm telling you.
Both former welterweights.
It's not happening, son.
Whittaker's a beast, man.
He's so fast and explosive.
And he's young as fuck. I think Robert's only 26 or 27.
Yeah, he's
How old
not
is Robert
old.
Whittaker? If you guessed, take a guess. I say 27. 26.
That's young as fuck.
27 in a couple
That's
weeks.
super.
Oh,
He's not
couple
even in
weeks.
his prime
December
yet.
20th.
He's not even in his prime yet.
Dude,
this
he's
is
a
what,
beast.
If you had a gun to my head right now, like, what's next? What's next? I'd say Whittaker, Rockhold in Australia. That's what you're getting. And then you get GSP Woodley.
I love that. Dana White, George St. Pierre staying 185 pounds, facing Robert Whittaker next. Holy shit.
Look at my face.
You don't believe it? I don't think you know shit. How about that? Yeah, I want to call Dana White right now.
Do
Tell
it.
him. Dana says you're a liar.
No, I didn't. No, I never said that.
Total like little kid shit.
No, I didn't, bro. I was saying.
I believe it when I see it. That's all I said. I believe
I
it when I
just
see
said
it.
he said a lot of shit.
No.
Like it's the UFC's best year ever. Maybe he knows some shit we don't know.
Yeah, well, that's crazy talk.
But I don't have to be the UFC accountant to just run through some numbers in my old brain here that might have some brain trauma and go, I don't think so.
There's some awesome things that happened. Some awesome fights, for sure.
There's one
No.
awesome money-making fight.
Yeah, but I'm saying there's been, well, if you would just want to look at the business overall, yes. No, for pay-per-view sales, yes. But for people like you and I that are just fans,
Oh, it's
been one of the best years ever.
God, really?
Yeah.
That's
Mighty
extreme,
Mouse,
Joe.
Mighty Mouse beating the title and then doing it the way he did, slamming
That was
that dude
cool.
and getting a flying armbar.
That was cool.
Establishing dominance like that. Amanda Nunes, murking Ronda Rousey.
Was
the
that
way
this
she did
year?
it. Wasn't
No, that
this
was last year. That was last December.
I believe it was in January.
It's this year, bro.
No, it was last year. Am I going crazy? I'm pretty sure it was last December.
You might be right.
Because this year they haven't had Conor, Ronda, Brock. They haven't had their heavyweights.
It was December 29th.
Bam.
So it's very, very close.
Yeah, I guess that's not this year. So,
That's it.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's been a down year as far as there's been some fun matchups if you're balls deep into MMA like we are. But as far as just like a great year, no. There was some of those pay-per-views I was like, God damn, or the fight nights, like, come on, man. I think it's just a transitional period, and again, it's not the UFC's fault. It's with the talent too. It just wasn't timing up right. But then you get certain cards like this where they hit it out the fucking park.
Yeah, this one was so epic.
Literally
Cody
the
and
best
Dominic
UFC of all
Cruz-
time.
Was Cody and Dominic Cruz this year or last year?
Cody Dominic Cruz was this year.
Yeah. So there's that. Cody Dominic Cruz is a big fight,
You have
especially
Whittaker.
for fans. What about 55? Now it's all stalled out. Because with Habib on the sidelines, Tony Ferguson being the interim champ.
You had to wait forever.
I mean, do we even know if Habib is going to fight again?
He's fighting Barboza December 30th.
That is definitely happening.
That's happening. They said no more tiramisu, sir. You're fighting December 30th.
Yeah, Daniel Cormier said he has a real nutritionist now.
What the? How the fuck does that happen? Oh, do you? You rank #1 in the world? Did you get a nutritionist?
Undefeated. Smashing everybody.
Smashing.
And you almost died from making weight
And someone was like, oh, man, you know what we should do?
twice. Almost died twice.
You keep missing weight, bro. Now, you could be the best in the world. We should hire a nutritionist. It's not a bad idea. Fire
it's tough,
everyone
too,
around you,
because
Khabib, if you're listening.
He's a devout Muslim, so like anytime it's anywhere near Ramadan,
Can't fight.
well, some guys pulled it out. Bilal Muhammad did.
Yeah, he
And
did.
he did it by organizing his camp. He organized all of his training, so all of his training was done after dark.
Because they
after he
fast
ate.
all during the day, right? And you can eat
Yeah.
once sundown.
Yeah, I don't know even know if you're allowed to drink water.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
But you just go crazy once the sun goes
When
down.
the sun's down,
From
then
sunrise
they
to sunset, you go nuts.
Yeah. So I think what he did was just alter his training and
Makes
train
sense.
at night. I guess.
Hey, Khabib, how bad you want it?
Well, it's just such a crazy rule. Like, if God was around, would he really decide like when? I mean, I guess the idea is that you're by recognizing that you're doing something difficult that you don't want to do, you're like in this religious tradition, you're honoring him.
Yeah, I don't think that
I
God
don't
gives
know
a
how it
fuck
works.
about your interim
You
belt
might.
in the UFC.
You might.
But either way, Khabib, get your shit together so we can watch you fight.
Yes.
He broke my heart when he pulled out the Tony Ferguson fight.
That broke my heart
I
too.
was so mad.
The day of the weigh-ins, I was.
I
like,
was
"There's
so
no way.
mad.
There's no way.
I know. I'm never
was it the
upset.
day before the weigh-ins?
Or was it the day of or day before?
Very close, within a day or two. Very close, whatever.
I feel like it was the day of. It was so frustrating.
Yeah, he can't say anything now. He's got to just be completely quiet until
And
he
just
fights
go.
and wins. Yeah.
And Barboza is it's not it's a tough fight for him because Barboza is the nastiest stand up in the game, especially at division. But
Yeah.
it's a winnable fight for Khabib. He gets a hold of you, you're going for a ride.
Yeah. If he gets a hold of you, he can wrestle fuck you like no one else.
Khabib Tony, that's the fight.
Woo! Isn't it?
But I mean, obviously you got Tony Connor. I think happens in March. But
When he was holding Michael Johnson down, helpless, and just beating the shit out of him, he was helpless. Like when have you ever seen anybody be able to do that?
he was
to any
talking
other-
to him and he goes,
Yeah.
"Just give up. I need this. I need this. Just stop now. I don't want to do this." Whooping
And
his
just-
ass.
No, and just beating the shit out of him. I mean, complete, total control of him. How he's beating the shit out of him.
shit.
What's crazy about it is like at that level, it's very rare that can happen. At that level, where someone is so much better that the other person is just completely tied up.
There you go. They're on the card too. Look at that card, man.
The Eagle.
Hold up. They don't have a main event.
Carlos Condit returning against Neil Magny. Come on, kids.
Oh shit, Magny. God, they are throwing Magny just to the killers
I like how they say to be determined for the main event.
because they're banking on Connor.
Well, who knows?
Who knows?
Dominic Cruz versus Rivera is interesting.
Hell yeah, it's
Cavillo
interesting.
versus Carlos Esparza is very interesting.
Cavillo, your next star in the women's division.
Cynthia
Dude,
Cavillo's-
you're going
she's
over
badass.
one. You got fucking Roundtree versus Saki. Go Con.
That's interesting.
The UFC's tweet pissed me off with that
Gokhan
fight.
Saki's a fucking monster.
He's a monster. And
What'd
when
they
they
say?
announced it, they put stand.n.bang.
Ew.
I was like, who's
Ew,
running
who wrote
this?
that?
What 14-year-old from Reddit's running this
Ew.
thing?
Ew.
I read that and went, "Whoa."
Ew.
Fuck, man. Do better.
And how about Kamaru Usman versus Meek?
Usman's the guy everyone's scared of. So Usman won to fight too.
Ooh, Usman's another one at 170 that's terrifying.
Yes.
Easily could be a world
The
champion.
Nigerian nightmare.
He's a nightmare.
Christian Okoye,
and
shout
this
out.
fucking dude, Emil Meek, is a beast.
He looks like
He's a
beast,
scary
too.
fuck too, man. It's all very interesting.
No one wants to fight Usman. They tried offering
I
him big
know.
fights, and Meek was the only guy to take it.
He's like, I'll fight him.
Is Meek
That guy
now?
will
Is
fight
Meek
anyone.
a straight fucking
He's a
Viking? What's
Yeah,
going on there?
He's full-on Viking genes.
Tell you what, with that body, he's challenging our boy,
Well,
the
he's-
Brazilian dime.
He smashed Toquinho. He fought Husamao Parhares and just knocked him unconscious.
That's right.
That's how he got into the UFC. He's a beast, man. That's a real good fight. But I just don't know. You know, I don't know if Emil Meek is going to be fast enough to keep Usman.
Oh, no one wants to fight
Usman
Usman.
off.
No, he's a nightmare
He's
to deal with.
terrifying. He's the scariest number 12 ranked guy in the world. How about Usman versus Darren Till? Jesus!
See, I'm Usman Colby or Colby Till is what I'd like.
I like Usman versus anybody. I'd like to see Usman fight for the title. I'd like to see him fight anybody. I really think
Right now?
Yep, I think
Oh,
he's the
come
most
on.
underrated guy in maybe in every division. That's what I think. I don't
That
think
might be
people-
fair. I don't know if I'd want to see him fight for the title right now.
Who did he fight? Who was his last fight? Click on that thing.
He's just destroying dudes.
yeah, destroying dudes. What was his last fight?
Sergio
Sergio
Moraes.
Moraes. Oh yeah, Sergio Moraes, the jiu-jitsu guy. Yo, he'd put the smash on him. Moraes is a badass jiu-jitsu player. He's
Yeah,
the
he
first
is.
guy that tapped Crone when Crone got his black belt.
He also fucking gave Neil Magny that horrible triangle in Brazil.
Yeah, that's right.
Magny and Jiu-Jitsu do not go together.
And especially that guy's jiu-jitsu. When he
No.
fought in the finals, when Sergio fought in the finals of the Ultimate Fighter, it was in Brazil. He goes, my opponent has just as much of a chance of getting me pregnant as he does submitting me.
Jesus Christ. That's a great line.
He was fighting Cesar Ferreira.
Jeez. Oh, who's a monster
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Nate's
He's
fighting him.
Nate. Yeah, I was gonna
Nate
say that.
Marquardt.
Yeah.
Brian was at AK, jacking off the boys at AK, and
How many guys did you jack off?
I know Luke Rockhold gave him a facial for the most part.
So Luke's
and
over
DC
there?
too. Yeah, Luke's there. And Callan was saying, what were we talking about? I'm trying to think about Callan Jack and dudes.
How many
off.
guys he jacked off at AKA?
No. Oh, he saw Nate. Nate's training at AKA now.
Marquardt is?
Yes.
No shit.
Yeah, he's doing a lot of his camp there.
That's interesting.
That motherfucker's been fighting since he was 12.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Right? Think about how many wars that guy's been in. Remember his fight with Woodley in Strikeforce where he knocked him out with a Mortal Kombat combination?
AB, left, right.
See if you find Nate Marquardt KO's Tyron Woodley.
Nate became world champion.
Yeah.
People forget he was multi-time Pancrase champion, but that was like his first real. Not that Pancrase wasn't real, but that was his first huge belt in Strikeforce.
Yeah, super talented guy.
Super
Boom,
young.
Look at that
elbow.
Boom. I mean, come on, man.
You know what's crazy about that? That camp, he was working with this weird like taekwondo guy, and they're just doing elbows, and we'd make fun of him. He'd be in the corner just doing like these weird fucking motions. We're like, okay, Nate, good luck with that. And then,
Meanwhile, that's what he uses.
meanwhile,
Dude, elbows. I mean, you got to think.
how about Bisbee on the bottom of those elbows?
Phenomenal.
The GSP lit his face up.
Tore it up. Cut him up bad. He was bleeding badly. Like, he was having a hard time seeing. You could see it on his forehead. He was cut on his bridge of his nose. It's good. Yeah, elbows are like some of the most underutilized weapons. You got to think of the surface area. You can get a hard strike in a very close quarters with elbows. Like when someone's very good with it. You remember when Crow Cop fought Gonzaga?
Oh my
Got
god!
on top of him and just opened him up like he hit him with an axe.
My word, man.
Ooh, ooh, man. Like watching good Muay Thai too. Watching people that are good at elbows and smash and slash elbows.
Elbows are tough because you can't really train elbows.
Oh, that was the other fight. Did you see the fight on the Fight Pass undercard between
I don't watch Fight Pass.
Faraz Zahabi's brother?
No. I heard Frost Robbie's brother just got dealt with.
Dude.
Is it bad? Like, fucking, I didn't see it.
Dude, it was bad, and I saw it coming because he was giving up the spin. I saw him like he's gonna spin, and he spun and hit him with a spinning elbow on the jaw. Snapped his head around like you've never seen. Went fully unconscious for 5-10 minutes. Fully unconscious.
Damn. Then they're like, hey, Frost,
Astral traveling.
you got a huge main event. You got to get ready for, my man. Let's get back in there.
His brother.
Let's go ahead and shake that off.
And it was a really good fight, and his brother was putting a tremendous amount of pressure on the other guy. God damn it, I forget his name.
Do you not have the highlight, Jamie? It's going to be tough with Fight Pass, huh?
No,
It's out there.
found it.
What is homeboy's name?
Watch Ricardo Ramos. Is that it?
It's
The headline on that was real weird. I'm just gonna pull up the video.
let me see if this is it. Yeah, that's it. Right here. Boom.
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
Damn.
he goes stiff.
Oh, that's a broken jaw.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Fuck.
Yeah. Show that again. It's Hamos is how you say it.
Oh, so he lands at once behind the air.
But watch
then-
this one. Doom. Show that again from the very beginning. Again, keep the volume up. Go to the very beginning.
That has to be so hard if you're for us.
Yeah, man.
Just over 3 minutes to go. Pretty good overhand right there from Zahabi.
Yeah, Hamos is thinking about
It lands here behind the air.
right there. I said Hamos was thinking about spinning, and that's when he did it. Boom.
God damn.
2 in a row. I think he stunned him with the first one, and then I think the second one, just look at his face. Dude, his jaw was distorted.
Fucked.
Yeah, just got smashed.
Nothing worse.
That's a perfect example, though, of like how good elbows are. Like
Yeah.
if someone gets really good at spinning elbows. You ever see Gaston Bolanos fight?
No. You're also not going to break your elbow.
Right.
You can smash people in the face. And
Sometimes guys have chunks of shit, though, floating around
Yeah.
their elbow.
yeah.
Like
splinters.
Like Anderson had some stuff removed from his elbow. And Jacare did. Jacare had some stuff. He had so much stuff removed from his elbow that it like filled a cup. Like he put
Like
pictures
bones
of
or
it
fluid?
online. Like chips.
I've had to
Chips of
drain my
bone.
elbow like a motherfucker. I just put a needle in and just keep
Or
draining
just
it.
sucking pus
Yeah,
out
if you
of
watch
it.
my Tashir fight, right, literally, I'm in the back of the stage, like draining it because it kept
Right
filling
before
up.
the fight?
Yeah, because I was worried that because he was a
Whoa.
wrestler, I was like, if he takes me down, I'm gonna throw some elbows.
Right.
And Mom, like, I got this fucking baseball pad here. I gotta drain it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Was it painful or was it just swelling?
No, it was just swelling. It was just
That's
it was just
weird.
stupid. It felt like it's like I had a big titty on my arm. I had a tit on my arm, and we just kept draining it.
Do you find the pictures of Jacare's debris that was in his elbow? Because when I think I showed it to you before. When we looked at it, we were like, "What the fuck? Like that was in his elbow? Like it's like a cup of it on the operating table."
Ugh.
Like there it is.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's all the years of jiu-jitsu, huh? Just grinding on people's face.
I think it's probably not tapping. And then it's probably sparring. You know, you got to think he's doing a lot of kickboxing sparring. What's
True.
that other? Click on that other one. Is that a size comparison?
Someone else. It's not
Yeah, that's
him.
a
Someone
quarter?
else. Go back to his again so we could stare at what was inside his fucking elbow. That's crazy. Look, chunks. It looks like
teeth.
corn and
Looks like teeth.
yeah, yeah. Well, some of it is probably
God
cartilage.
damn.
Some of it's probably bone.
A lot of people are saying, Anderson Silva has this fight against Kelvin, but they're like, Anderson GSP.
Ooh.
I feel like that ship sailed, though.
Well, I'll tell you what. If Anderson lights up Kelvin Gastelum, it's not sailed.
Like highlight knockout
Yeah, flying knee KO
at 85.
Like he hit Bisping. Remember when he hit Bisping
Yeah.
with that flying knee?
And then Bisping came back and won.
Yeah, Anderson is. That was crazy, right? Like Anderson thought it was over, walked away with his arms up in the air,
That's a weird fight.
and he hit him when Bisping was calling for his mouthpiece.
Bisping was like, no, I need my mouth. Doof!
Boom, flying knee to
That's
the jaw.
on Bisping. You got to know.
Yep.
That's on Bisping.
How about he comes back and wins the next round?
I know.
Tough as shit. There
The
it is.
fucking British zombie.
Boom. See, Anderson, if Anderson wins in a big way, look at that. Cracking. Michael Bisping cracking Anderson Silva. That was crazy, too, when he knocked Anderson down.
Hell yeah.
Everybody was like, oh.
That's one of the greatest
don't sleep
fights
on him.
in middleweight history.
Don't sleep on him.
That's what made the Bisping kind of legend there.
Yeah, it was a big fight, man.
Huge fight.
That was a big deal, you know? I mean, look at that. Boom.
And dude, but also Anderson's so much taller than Kelvin. Kelvin's issue at 85 is size.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, Kelvin has stupid hand speed, man, and beautiful combinations. The way he fucked up Vitor, like, dude, who's fucked up Vitor like that standing before?
Yeah, I mean,
just
Vitor's
ta-ta.
old as fuck.
You're right. Old, been through wars, been beat up.
But then look what
Golden Snitch.
Golden Snitch was like, Vitor, you're
Golden
good.
Snitch
Yeah, much gonna drain your
changed
body.
the future of Vitor Belfort.
Change the future of everybody.
Yeah, but even before the Golden Snitch, just the whole getting rid of the testosterone replacement therapy.
For sure.
was before.
But think about, when Kelvin, again, I love Kelvin. I think he's actually a natural 170. I think he's going to be better at 70. Because look, when he went against a guy like Weidman, who's an upper echelon
Right.
85er, it's just a different level, man.
And
when they're
Weidman's
bigger
ground
and just
game.
as fast and technical, it doesn't work like that.
And Weidman has a crushing top game.
Phenomenal
Crushing.
grappling game.
Yeah, especially his top game. His ground game from the bottom got exposed a little bit in the Rockhold fight. But also shows you how good Rockhold's top game is, because Rockhold is a fucking monster when he gets on top of guys.
Rockhold's a black belt. Rockhold's a black belt on the ground.
Legit.
Top,
But
bottom, super legit.
Right, but so is Weidman.
Correct.
Weidman's a black belt on the ground
Yeah.
as well. I just think his bottom game is not like this. Top game is insane.
Yeah.
He gets on top of you like exactly the way he did Kelvin. He gets that choke down on you, that head and arm
You're in
choke.
trouble.
You're fucked. But he just doesn't have the ability to get up or to be very good defensively off of his back the way some other guys do.
No, bottom's tough, man. Be really, really good. You have to be
Yep.
such a high level.
Yep.
Such a high level. To be effective and be a threat down there.
Yep. Yeah. And Rockhold is also used to sparring with Kane and used to sparring with DC all the time. He's used to constantly grappling guys way bigger, way heavier, way stronger. So he's
So it's
so
nothing for
fucking
him.
strong. His top game's so strong.
He's a monster.
When he got David Branch down and he's on top of him,
Oh my
mounting him,
God.
he clamps those legs together. You're like, oh, he's fucked. He's not getting up.
Branch is a Henzo John Danaher black belt too. He
Yep.
made him look, kind of silly.
He smashed him. Once
Smashed
he got
him.
to the ground, just smashed
Smashed
him. So like him versus GSP would be crazy.
Rockhold GSP?
No, yeah, Luke Rockhold GSP.
Oh, no,
yeah,
no,
him
no.
versus
He's way
GSP
too
would be
big.
fucking
Way
crazy.
too big. Oh, you're saying Anderson Silva GSP?
No, I'm saying Anderson Silva GSP would be interesting. Rockhold versus GSP.
How
would be
dare
crazy.
you? No, crazy.
Crazy.
Crazy if you're a Rockhold fan.
You think Rockhold
That
would
ain't a
smash him?
fight. Oh my God. Yeah.
Tell me what
Hulk
you think
smash.
would happen. Hulk smash.
Yeah, whatever you want. GSP's just too small for him. Especially if he has cardio issues, Rockhold can go too. He watches fights, his Strike Force Day fights with Jacare and Tim Kennedy. Like he can go. That boy can move.
Yeah,
That's a bad idea for GSP.
I know, but I'd still pay to see it.
Hell yeah, I'd pay to see it.
I want to see. I'm interested in seeing GSP against a real top level middleweight other than Michael Bisping. Like
Are
someone
you?
else.
I'm not.
Yes,
I'd rather see him at 70.
I do too. I want to see him at 72. But I'd also like to see. I mean, I'd like to see if we're right about him carrying that extra weight. I'd like to see if we're right. I mean, if I was in his corner, I wouldn't say that. If I was in his corner,
one is saying
I'd say,
that.
look, we're going to go to 170, and we're going to spike Tyron Woodley's punch.
For Ross, Freddie Roach, like, nah, middleweight's really not where we should be at.
Yeah, I would tell him at 170. If you go down to 170, you fight a title eliminator fight against Colby Covington or someone who's like an up and coming guy at 170.
Not fight Woodley right away?
I don't think Woodley's going to fight right away. I think Woodley's going to be out for a while. If I had to guess,
Then you do an interim belt?
I don't know what the real extent of his shoulder is, but
He's commented on it a little bit. Yeah,
yeah,
I've heard
it's
the
not
same.
good.
And he's starting to do some kind of outside the ring stuff. He has a show on TMZ, has a podcast, he's in movies.
All that stuff's great, but I would like to
Is
see him.
it?
Not really. I mean,
Not if you're trying to be the best in the world.
Right.
I don't believe in this day and age of mixed martial arts you can do that and still be the best of the best.
Is he able to train at all right now? Do you know?
I don't know. He looks in it's Woodley, so he takes care of business.
Right. So he's probably
He
doing
always
something.
yeah, I'm sure.
But
I'm sure.
if his shoulder's fucked up, he's probably not doing any real intense grappling or anything where he's got to really swing his arms around.
Your boy DC's fighting Ozdemir, right?
That's the
Are you
real
crunk for that fight?
Ooh, Ozdemir's scary.
Yeah.
Ozdemir's
He's been
scary.
murking dudes nonstop.
He fucks you up. He gets you in the clinch and he lands bombs.
It's his hands, huh?
He's got giant hands, dude. Shake his hands like shaking his table.
Yeah. How long do you think that fight is on its feet for?
30 seconds?
Over under
most?
30 seconds?
Daniel Cormier's gonna
Does
fucking,
DC come out in a singlet, or how's this work? You know what I'm saying?
He's going to give him his fucking mile-high privileges.
Yeah, man.
He's going
to get that underhook.
airborne.
Yeah.
He's going airborne.
DC's a monster.
Yeah. I mean, people forget, but watch what he did to Rumble. You know? The manhandles dudes. DC's a
Kane.
tremendous wrestler.
Did DC say anything to you about Kane?
Kane's starting to train. Yeah, Kane wants to get back in it, but he's had back surgery. And so it's pretty significant injuries, knee surgery, back surgery, shoulder surgery. He's had a lot of shit wrong. So he's trying to make sure that everything goes the right way.
Meanwhile,
Take his time.
Francis Gano's in Vegas just at the fucking UFC lab, just getting filled with whatever the fuck they're giving him. It's just, all right, Kane, come back to that.
What do you think they're testing him with? Like, what kind of shit are they doing to him at the UFC lab? If the UFC is smart, they'd be like, this is our guy. Like, and Dana
Yes.
said this. Dana said he might be the future.
Well, I mean,
Tell you what, man. Look, he's got to fight Alistair motherfucking Overeem, and you can never sleep on Alistair Overeem.
no, Alistair's the most decorated striking
Yeah.
fighter in the UFC.
If they
by
start,
far.
if they start standing in front of each other, and Ngannou starts moving forward, and he doesn't protect that left leg, and Alistair starts slamming meat into that left leg,
No, you're gone.
Yeah.
Alistair's way more technical. Yeah.
way more technical. But the thing about Alistair is, Alistair's fucking leg kicks are some of the most underrated aspect of his game.
So is his grappling, though.
His
People
grappling's
always
outstanding.
forget how good his grappling
It's
is.
just he can't take a shot the way some of these guys
How
can.
dare they take a picture of Overeem? That ain't
Yeah, that's
Overeem now.
Overeem.
No, Overeem now like runs backwards and shit when you throw right hands.
That's
it's
Brock
it's
Lesnar.
working, but
That's the Brock Lesnar days. right?
yeah, that's Overeem. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that
Look
ain't
at that
real. That
picture.
ain't real.
Yeah.
That ain't the guy he's fighting. Might as well show a picture of Wolverine up there. That is not him.
Nah,
No,
maybe.
I
No?
don't think so. That's a photo shoot.
Okay, go to his last fight. Who did Alistair fight?
JDS, right? Knocked him out.
No, he had one more fight since then at least. JDS, I think he knocked
Mark
out.
Hunt? Is it when he murked
knocked
Mark
out-
Hunt?
Yes, that's who it was. He knocked out JDS before he fought for the title.
That's right.
Yeah, so him versus Mark Hunt weigh-ins. Is that the weigh-ins? Yeah, see, that's real.
That's the
That's
smooth
real.
look. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's still, he's
still
still
jacked, still a great athlete,
hell yeah, but
but he's not steamrolling people the way he used to steamroll people.
he
used to just-
flatlined Mark Hunt though.
Dude, he did flatline him with that knee. But like, remember when he fought Todd Duffy in Japan? Like that was full Uberim, right?
Uberim was also. Oh my god.
The Brock Lesnar fight's the best. Yeah, look at that knee. That's insane. That is a perfect placement. And he's got some of the best knees in the fucking business, man.
No, he's so talented, man. Now that you saw it in the Golden Snitch, was like, now you got to fight for reals. Now he's using his technique.
Yeah.
He's being a lot more
Yep.
smarter.
Look at that again. Watch this. Boom.
Oh, how dare you flatline Mark Hunt, you son of a bitch!
That is a full flat line too.
I'm a Mark Hunt fan.
Yeah, me too, man. I think he's done though. Since they pulled him off that card.
You don't, even if he flies out here and does the test Dana want him to do.
Well, he's got to do it now, but they offered it to him before, and apparently he said no. I don't know what the story is though. I mean, I know he has one story, and he has a story that he thinks involves the lawsuit that he put on the UFC after the Brock Lesnar fight, because he says that they knew that Brock Lesnar was on steroids and that they made him fight.
That's
him
his
anyway.
lawsuit, but the only defense of that is, and Dana said this in his statement. He goes, "Hold up, we had him headline 2 cards, and we paid him $1.67 million since then for one fight." He goes, "If the lawsuit was an issue, why the fuck would we do all this?" Also, yanking him off a card. This is crazy. I'm defending Dana here for a fighter, but also yanking him off a card for a pay-per-view in Australia hurts the UFC's business model.
Yes.
So they're also protecting their ass because it's on record that he says he's having brain issues.
Yes.
And then they put him in a main event, and this even bigger deal. Then you're really going to sue the fuck out of him.
Yeah, and he said it's only when he has a couple of drinks. That's when he starts slurring his words.
Preach, bro.
He didn't say it the right way.
No, if you look at that interview, it really wasn't based off that. It kind of got a context, but Mark Hunt does have to own up. He did say that. He
did say it, and he said it in an interview. But he thinks they pulled him off the card because of the lawsuit.
I don't think so.
It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make sense because UFC's like, because Verdum versus I forget the guy he's fighting. That's not a big pay-per-view for Australia. It's not a big card.
Right.
Mark Hunt is a huge fucking draw in Australia. It was designed to have him fight on that card.
He's fighting Marcin Tybura, who's a striker.
Yes.
So Verdum's going to most likely take that guy to the ground, and
Your boy Walt Harris finally fought again after getting fucking.
But did you see the fight?
Yeah, I did, man. And you guys were like, I don't think he's a bad dude. He blatantly meant to kick that dude in the face, right?
Blatantly.
We're on the same page here.
Well, once we watched it again, we listened to the part where the referee says, stop, and he's right in front of him. And
he's
still
holding
throws
him like
the kick.
this, and he throws that giant leg.
He got caught up in the whole thing, and it's a fight, and I believe him.
Nah, come on.
But look, that means you got caught up, and you decided to kick that guy anyway. Like, you couldn't pull it back in time.
Well, whether you're caught up or not, it's a cheap shot.
He didn't pull it back in time.
No, you kicked the dude in the face while the ref was between you.
Right, you wanted to hit him.
Yeah, that's a cheap shot.
You didn't pull it. Yep, it's not good.
100%. No, it's just a cheap shot. I don't think Walt Harris is a bad dude.
But he did something bad.
Yeah, he did something bad. You fucked up, whatever.
He fucked up.
Let's not crucify the guy. But yeah, it was super dirty.
And at the end of the fight, like when that dude got illegally kicked in the ear, that was literally nothing.
Yes.
But you have to think about what happened before that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like, what happened? He got poked in the eye. Oh, no, he got hit in the nuts. He thought he got hit in the nuts. He moved away, and Walt came after him, threw a punch. The referee said stop, and then he threw the head kick and caught him with the head kick. Pretty clean.
Pretty clean. Was it enough to stop the fight?
No. It was like a slap to the face more than it was.
It's still a heavyweight throwing that 17 size shoe he wears at your face.
No bueno.
He's enormous.
Yeah, but it was a hard shot. And then, he had some time to recover, and then he beat the shit out of him again, and then hit him with the illegal shot. Then they asked him, the doctor talked to him, and...
what's his name? Godbeer?
Godbeer.
Godbeer.
Yeah, and Godbeer said he couldn't go on.
Which, I mean, that's fair. I mean, he got kicked in the face. Like I said, I don't think Walt Harris is a bad dude, but
I'm
he did a cheap
conflating
thing.
the two fights.
Yeah.
I'm conflating that with the Curtis Blades fight.
I didn't see the Curtis Blade fight.
Okay, that's where I fucked up, because the Curtis Blades fight was a cleaner result, but also an illegal shot. Curtis is beating the shit out of this dude. This was Olenek.
And Olenek was the guy
I was thinking
who
you were Walt Harris and Godbeer. I got confused.
Yeah.
The Godbeer Walt Harris thing did not look like it was enough to stop the fight.
No, but it was a cheap shot.
It was a cheap
and
shot.
if Godbeer was like, I'm fucked up, I can't go on, then he won the fight, which is the correct decision.
The other fight, which is where I fucked up, was Blades and Olenek. Blades is beating the shit out of Olenek, and then he went to throw a shot that would have been an illegal shot, but he didn't really hit him. He just toed his ear. He hit his ear with his toe.
All good, baby.
But the referee saw that there was contact, so he said, look, I have to stop it because it was an illegal shot and there was contact. And he brought the doctor in, and Olenek was done. But he was done from the beating that he took before that, so Blades won.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it
That's
was
fair.
good. But it was like super confusing for Curtis. He thought he was getting disqualified. We
Oh,
had to
that
calm him
sucks.
down, and he had beat the shit out of the dude before that. And you could really tell that the toe just barely touched him.
Like flicked it there. Blade,
Yeah.
That Curtis Blades, he trains with all my guys back in Denver. Everyone's, I mean, they're saying he's the next big thing.
He
Everyone's
could
super
be.
high on him.
If he keeps going. If he
Yeah.
keeps going, he keeps getting better. You see him better in every fight.
Yeah,
He's-
I mean, his striking has a ways to go, but they're like,
But
dude,
it's getting
he had
better.
last year he had none.
Yeah.
And this year it's getting better and better and better.
yeah, he got leg kicked quite a bit by that big Russian dude.
That Russian,
Gotta
that
be
was the
careful
same
about
Russian
that.
who knocked Travis out. Is that him?
He strangled Travis.
Yeah.
The Olenek.
Yeah, that motherfucker doesn't just not go away. Did he strangle Travis?
Yeah.
Or did he knock
got
him
in
out?
like a sideways rear naked choke, remember?
Oh, that's right. He's just
Yeah.
a fucking.
neck cranker. He's the guy that won from Ezekiel from while he was mounted.
That's
He
right.
let the dude mount him and sunk the Ezekiel in on him.
I guess that's his shit too.
Yeah,
Like
he
he's
does
done
that
to
to
multiple people.
He looks so goddamn strong. I'll tell you that, man.
He looks scary.
when he gets a hold of people, it's like Jesus.
His walkout music. It's like relax,
Yes, it's
man. Do you hate
weird.
fans?
Russian,
Russian-
like, religious music.
Did Fedor select your walkout music? It's not working, man.
Have you seen that documentary yet, Icarus? We talked about this, right?
Talked a little bit.
Did
about
you
it.
see it?
No.
Dude, you got to watch it.
I know.
We can't keep talking.
Well,
You'll go crazy.
well, you know what the problem
next time
is?
I see you, you have to watch
I have to watch it. You know what the problem is?
Give me an assignment, too, to make it fair.
All right. The problem is like I listened to the homeboy who came on and talked about it, and then we've talked about it so much. I feel like I'm good.
Yeah, but when you see it.
Like if you gave
When
me
you
a
see
breakdown of the first season of Narcos, and we talk about it all the time, I'm not gonna. I got it. Spoiler
You're
alert.
definitely right, but when you see it, the visual,
Yeah.
the way it's done, he did an amazing job putting the movie together. So the way it's done, it's like shows you where the building was, where they hid the urine, how they got the urine passed through the wall. They had a fucking hole in the wall. How they opened up the jars. They show the scratches on the jars, and it's like, dude, they robbed the Olympics. They
crazy.
did the Olympics in Russia, and they robbed it. They had a record number, 13 golds, and they were just all on steroids.
Here's my question for that. So when I see that stuff, obviously it's not happening just in the Olympics. What's going on right now in big professional sports? Because think how much money's in the NFL, NBA, UFC, boxing.
Mm-hmm.
Like who's in the know? I would love to just be a golden snitch.
You'd have to get the kind of, and this is where the UFC should be credited, because you would have to get the kind of access the UFC has, and they've given to Nowitzki and the UFC and USADA. Like what they do is unprecedented in sports. What they do is in like any other sport, where they just you're treated as if you're in an Olympic program, like where they could just show up at your house at any moment.
Your entire career.
Yeah, your entire career. You have to give your whereabouts everywhere you are all day, wherever you're going to be.
It's exhausting.
You get, oh my god,
It's expensive too.
oh my god.
Like even what's his
And
name?
the UFC doesn't
Holdsworth.
have to do this.
No, they don't.
No one's asked them to do this.
I don't know if it's the best choice, but
I don't think it is.
yeah.
In today's climate and environment, look, I'm not advocating cheating. I don't think you should cheat.
Guys
I
having
think
a little fun though. You know, like come on. What are we doing here? What are we doing? Let John Jones fight. Hashtag free John.
I don't know about all that. You want to know the craziest fucking rumor that I heard about the
Please.
John Jones thing?
Please, sir.
This is and I can't tell you who told me this. This is the craziest one.
Yes.
The stuff that he tested positive for, and what that is, this doesn't make any sense. And people are saying that there's so many months out. The stuff that he tasted positive when he was tested here and tested there. The stuff that he tested positive takes a long time to get out of your system, right?
Yeah.
That he was tested positive. You know where else that stuff you find it? You find it in creatine. When they get creatine, sometimes from China, it's tainted with steroids. They use that creatine to cut cocaine.
So he's doing the cocaine.
There's one of the things that they cut some cocaine with is creatine because it looks like cocaine.
God, so he might have got
So if
mixed
he
up with the
got-
bad batch.
If he was partying,
Monohydrate cocaine.
Partying. Johnny, want to do a bump? It's really good stuff. Hey man, I can't test positive for anything. It's just coke.
Be
bro.
out of your
It's not
system
even
tomorrow,
cut.
bro.
Woo!
Whoa, damn, I actually feel pretty swole, too.
Pitbull song comes on the radio. You start dancing.
Pitbull song. Just forget about all your worries.
Yeah,
From the biggest fight of your
about it
life.
all. Let it go. He had
That
a
would
birthday.
make sense.
He had a birthday 10 days out before the UFC fight.
Oh, what are we doing? It's like the world wants him to be a fuck up. A birthday? Of course you knew a couple bumps on your birthday.
It's my birthday.
You're the world champ.
John, last time you fucked him up 3 weeks out when you did coke. Come on, man.
Bro, you barely trained. Oh, my God.
If that's the case, just stop and think about it for a moment. If it was that stuff.
That's best
cut
case
in
scenario,
cocaine.
Joe.
Oh, yeah. That's best case
if
scenario.
it's
But it's
cocaine
not,
and we can track and we can. Oh, you can't
go to
track
your
that.
dealer. Your dealer's go, yo, Holmes, let me come in and talk to you about where I get my
Yeah,
shit.
he's in Colombia, Holmes. You guys want to go down there? You're welcome. Golden
show
Snitch
you.
is down there.
We'll take you in the propeller plane, bro. We travel across the border. We
Go
gotta
do
go
that.
low.
Go do that, Nowitzki. How bad you want to catch this guy?
Well, they don't want to. They're not in the business of drug enforcement, right? They don't want to catch that guy at all. And no, the guy's not going to admit. He's not going to give you a baggie of his
Sir,
shit.
is this the plot of Narcos 4? Is that what's? Did John just write Narcos 4 for us?
John didn't tell me this. Somebody
No, I'm
told
just
me
saying.
this.
Yeah.
Somebody told me this as a rumor, which sounds crazy, but then Red Band was the one who called the dick pills last time. Red Band said that if he's taking dick pills, like if the guy does coke, he tested positive for coke. And Red Band was like, if he does dick pills, or if he does coke, he's probably doing dick pills. And I was like, what? And so Red Band brought a bunch of them in. He's like, do you think there's anyone knows what's in these things?
It's true.
He's like, they have steroids and all of them. He goes, I've taken Cialis. He goes, and I've taken this stuff. He goes, this stuff's way crazier than
Really?
Cialis. Yes. He says it's madness.
The
He
only
says
problem
you
with
want to
that-
fuck like a wild animal.
Really?
He said your dick is hard as a rock.
Was it the best promo for dick pills ever?
It
but the
seems
thing,
like, but they're gas station dick pills that you're getting from some fucking third world country.
if you're a
They're
world class athlete, probably shouldn't be doing
They're
that
cooking
shit.
them up in a bucket that they used to have paint in.
Yes, 100%. I mean, Rhino
That's the
7,000.
stuff. Yes. Red Band.
Dude,
I
I'd
don't
be
think he
so
takes
scared
those
to take
anymore.
that shit.
Brian won't take them anymore, and Brian takes everything.
And he won't take Rhino 7,000.
Remember when they used to have that Life cereal commercial? Mike, you won't eat it. He hates everything. Brian's the opposite of that. Brian will take whatever you give
he's a
him.
guinea pig?
He's like, let's go.
Fuck it.
Let's see what the Rhino pills do.
No, my only
But he
skeptical.
called it,
He
and
did.
he was right.
He did, but my skeptical hippo eyes there is because again we're constantly looking for, and there's smart people around John. So with this stuff, yeah, there's Clomid in there, but Clomid is a masking agent. There's a lot of masking
This wasn't
agents.
Clomid.
I thought they found Clomid in his shit.
The old one. I thought you
Yes.
mean the new one.
No.
The new one was what? What was it called?
Some Russian zebra
Sornabol,
steroid. Yeah.
Tornabol,
Yeah.
or something. Yeah.
Randall.
Tyrannobol? Tyrannobol.
Ain't that a bitch though? If you're John, you're doing a couple of devil's dandruff and just whatever. It's your birthday.
If that's the case, but they have found the Clomid. They did find it in those dick pills. I mean, it was in there.
There it is, but also
That makes
like
sense, though, wouldn't it? Like it's a
It does.
estrogen inhibitor,
100%. But
it's also for something else.
it's also for if you've been running, gear in it, you take Clomid to recoup
Right.
things. So it's in there. And like I said, you have a lot of smart people around you where when the public hears dick pills, like, oh, it's not bad.
Right.
Come on.
Right,
You need
right,
a Conoco. It's all good, baby.
Right.
Here, go fight again.
Right.
So then now,
Right.
if it's cocaine, he should be all. We're not looking at 4 years.
Well, you got to prove that it's cocaine. First of all, this is pure speculation on my part.
we gotta go get that
If I
cocaine.
was a journalist, if I was like working for ESPN,
Oh, you don't
I
have
would've-
3 sources.
They would have already had me pulled out of here.
Oh, you and I'd
On
both
my
be
neck.
fired for working at ESPN.
Fired.
1, for our social media. 2, because when I go, my sources, the one guy that is in the business, who's balls deep usually in this stuff. No, I'm not Ariel Helwani. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I'm wrong 90% of the time. I just like
Yeah.
to talk shit, man.
My sources say.
My sources. I don't have to cover with
sources.
3 people, but your guy, the who knows who it is? Maybe it's the cocaine dealer, but
No,
they should
my-
track him. If I'm John, I'm hiring some private investigator to track some shit down. It's too late though.
My guy
that batch
does
is
not,
gone.
I cannot tell you who my guy is, but he does not have a vested interest in anybody being correct. He just has what he.
Dana White.
No, it was
Sorry,
not.
no,
He has what he has is a possibility, and he also was saying, and even if it's true, good luck proving that.
now you're
Yeah,
screwed.
you're fucked.
You're fucked.
You're fucked.
Because all the commission knows is Tyrannobol or where the fuck it is.
I would like to find out from people who actually know whether or not this is possible. 'Cause
Creatine and cocaine?
Yeah. No, not. Well, that I've heard is true. I don't think I looked it up though. I think I heard it from other people.
I just Googled it and saw it a bunch of places.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
they use creatine. to
It's
cut cocaine.
bro science.
See
What
if-
we're doing. That's what we're
That's
doing.
what we're always doing.
Yeah, that's what I have my master's in bro science.
So see if it's proven that creatine tests positive for that stuff. because that would be very, very unique. Turinabol
In
contamination in creatine, specifically creatine, apparently. And a lot of the stuff that you get if you're buying vitamins, you're getting in bulk and you're getting them mixed places. And we had issues the early on batches of Alpha Brain that they didn't contain all the stuff that it was supposed to, and that it had some stuff that we didn't even put in there.
It had traces of
so we
stuff.
had to change
Do
labs.
you want to buy some right now?
Sure.
We can buy some. It's $1 to $5 US per gram.
What's
of
it come with?
Cholesterol, acetate, raw steroids, Turinabol, Malaysia source, Turinabol, creatine cycle.
God damn. How much is
This is
it?
the very first thing that popped up.
How much is it?
$5.
Oh, shit, son.
Imagine
I'm
if
trying
you
to get
see,
swole for
that's
this,
the thing.
this winter.
There's so much that they sell online that's bullshit, but I bet a lot of this stuff is real steroids.
I agree.
What
but
is this?
if I
Betly
know.
Industry Limited? I think if you've got some shit that's
China
like
website.
sort of legal, I bet you could sell it. You'd test positive for it, but you could probably sell
Dude,
a lot
I've
of this
taken
stuff.
a lot of fucking supplements in my day, and I never flagged. I mean, I've taken the GNC stuff that's like extenders, testosterone, nothing ever. And if you're John, what the fuck are you doing?
See if is that what does that say? Is that just showing you the supplement itself?
I think so.
See if you can find creatine contaminated with Turinabol. See
See,
you wrote
that's what
that?
a lot the baseball players get
And
busted
you can
for.
just buy it that way.
Yeah, but don't write Chinese creatine Turinabol. Just write creatine contaminated with Turinabol, because apparently more than one person has tested positive in various sports from creatine specifically.
In baseball, a shitload.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, creatine works. I mean,
Hell yeah.
it gives you a fat face though. It makes you swell up a little
The
bit.
monohydrate doesn't. There's
really?
3 of them. The monohydrate like holds water.
Mhm,
So
is that it?
Yeah, so you retain a shitload of
You
water.
get a fat face.
Yeah.
Yeah. You get thick though.
Just,
You
Put
get
some
strong.
real
Yeah.
weight on
It's
this.
This is from a
legit.
forum, but it
Yeah.
says there's 42 supplements that are sold at GNC that can trigger a positive test for Turinabol. And at this
Wow.
point, this was in 2014, USADA had only found 7 of them.
But were any of them creatine?
I'm gonna
Just
have to
see,
look harder.
did anything come up when you Googled creatine contaminated with Turinabol?
That was the very
it?
first
All that
thing.
stuff.
So one of any of those things are creatine. See, that totally makes sense, man. I mean, if you wanted to sell the creatine that's the bomb, yo, my creatine make you gain mad weight, son.
I'm buying it.
Yeah, for the regular dude who just goes to the gym and look good on Tinder, I just want.
Hell yeah, I just want to look swole, son. Trying to slide in them DMs with these
trying to
fucking
swat
buys and tries.
He has that Polo Costa body. Yeah, you'll take some of that creatine monohydrate.
Hell yeah. No, creatine does work though. Like as a legit
Oh, yeah,
supplement, that
it's
shit
legit.
really works. If you want to get like big
Yeah.
and strong, creatine, son.
It's something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it
You'll
won't
pull
do,
your hammy, but whatever.
It won't do what steroids can do, but it'll get
Oh no, you won't be Vitor or Uberim or
get you some
John
weight.
Jones in
You
that
definitely
bitch.
get stronger. You definitely get a little
100%
stronger.
get stronger.
Yeah, it's legit.
But it, also, if you eat a lot of red meat, creatine's in red meat too, so
yeah.
you're good.
Yeah, I've got this guy coming on, his doctor, who's fucking all he eats is red meat.
That's
Sean,
it?
Sean Baker, yeah. He's on a
Does he look
carnivore
like
diet.
shit?
No. He's 50, he's jacked.
Is he?
Does fucking sets of deadlifts, does box jumps.
Is
can
his
dunk a
skin
ball.
purple, though?
No, he looks like a tank.
Really?
Yeah, he doesn't look like he's doing drugs at all.
I'll look him
Just
up
looks
then.
there's a bunch of videos and pictures of him and shit. I'm very curious to see, like, I've never heard of anybody just advocating eating only meat.
I've always heard the opposite. I heard if you eat just red meat, like your cholesterol, your blood pressure, it's hard to break down in your body. Like it's not the way to go. I heard the less red meat is the way to go.
That's not totally right. Because most of what you get when you get high cholesterol, there's a lot of debate when it comes to high cholesterol, but dietary cholesterol is apparently not a big factor.
Really?
Genetics are a big factor. Sedentary lifestyle is a big factor.
What about just digestion? All that red meat.
Yeah,
though?
that'd be hard. I would wonder, but I wonder if like maybe it's not that hard. Maybe it's the illusion. I think there was a study that was done on red meat. That was talking about what percentage of people got red meat or that ate a lot of red meat were likely to get cancer. And the criticism of that study that I read that was really interesting said this study is not differentiating between what kind of meat you're eating. It's not talking about eating steaks. It's talking about just red meat. So what are you eating with that red meat? If you're eating red meat 5 times a week and you have a higher likelihood of cancer, it's entirely possible that you're talking about cheeseburgers. It's entirely possible you're talking about fast food and bullshit and sandwiches and stuff with a lot of simple refined carbohydrates, a lot of trans fats. Who knows what the fuck's in the
sugar,
food? Yeah,
yeah.
you're not saying, oh, did you eat grass-fed beef or bison 5 days a week? Or did you eat bullshit 5 days a week? Did you eat a fucking sausage McGriddle? You know, who knows what the hell's in that thing, right? You know, like what are you eating with it? Is
Yeah.
it bread? Are you eating it with pasta? Like, how often are you eating refined carbohydrates? Like, all these other factors could also be contributing to your heart attack, and they might be the difference.
But it's like one of those things gets put out there, and then it just stuck with me. Like, fuck, I can't eat too much red meat, man.
No, you
it's
can't
hard to
listen to that.
digest.
Well, that's
I don't want to look like Hulk Hogan.
I think balance is probably good for everything. You know, I think it's probably good to eat a lot of fiber. I mean, it just seems like you shit a lot. That seems good. Like when I eat a giant salad, I take massive dumps, and it comes out like a water slide. Like whoa, yeah, it's just. That's
Maybe,
what it's supposed to be like.
or if I want to hear what Homeboy has to say, maybe you
Yeah.
can just eat red meat like a goddamn caveman and be great.
Well, he's doing it. He gets all his vitamins from that too, which is insane. Apparently there's
Really?
a lot.
He's
Yeah.
taking supplements
I don't
for
know.
sure.
I would like to ask him. I can't wait to talk to him. I don't know if it's the right move. But here's the thing: it's like the right move for you is not the right move for him. It's not the right move for that dude out there. It's
Correct.
like everybody's got a different. Everybody's body's different when it comes to that, and some people just react really well to like all fish. Like you were doing that for a while.
Yeah, I was going pescatarian for
How'd that
about
go?
2 weeks.
Just
it was
2
cool.
weeks? Got
Well, a little
bored?
bit. Yeah. Well, it's like, all right, you know, I get bored of fucking fish.
Hmm.
I like to mix things up. I like to challenge myself with diets, but then sometimes it's like I don't feel great. I'm not doing it anymore. I don't
Yeah.
feel great doing that. I gave it to be honest, I gave it over 4 weeks pescatarian. I was like, I don't feel great. I'm sluggish in the morning. I feel like I don't have a lot of energy from my workouts. I'm not doing it anymore.
Damn.
Then I had red meat in. I feel better. Add some carbs.
Get the meat back in the system.
Yeah, dog.
Dude, you never even eaten elk yet.
No.
Next time
You're
I got
giving
the
out
grill.
elk like fucking.
Come on, I'll give you some.
All right.
But next time you're here, man, I'm gonna grill. I got a grill in the back.
Would you go and
Did
grill?
you see the grill?
No, I
I'll show
haven't.
you.
Are you guys doing campaign on Saturday, huh?
Can't
can't-
make it.
I can't
make it.
You can't make it?
No, I can't make it.
Yes, it makes me happy when you can't do them when I can't do them. I hate being a hater. When Callan texts me, or you text me, you go, companion Saturday, I go, fuck, I'm in Nashville. And I'm like,
gonna,
maybe I
but
should cancel
I
Nashville.
already had something that I promised I was gonna do.
Yes.
I had to pull out of it.
Family stuff?
Yep. Well, what are you
Take
gonna do?
that.
Yeah, take that indeed.
Yes.
Dude, I can't wait till the day we do only fight companions.
That's going to be fun.
I'll do like one live event a year. That's gonna be my next contract.
You just work at Madison Square Garden for the biggest card of the year. That's exactly what you should do.
that would be
That's
amazing.
exactly what you should do.
That would be
Hey,
amazing.
can I say this without getting a lot of hate? I'm sure I'm gonna get hate from everybody, and you performed at Madison Square Garden. I don't get the big like hoorah with Madison Square Garden. Like it's old as fuck. It doesn't look that cool.
It's the Mecca.
I know it's I know, and everyone's sports and
But
the
it's
New York
like-
Knicks
this
haven't
is what
won
it's like.
shit in forever.
Have you ever been to
Muhammad
Rome?
Ali hasn't fought there in forever. No, I get it.
Have you been to
get it.
Rome?
I've never been to Rome.
Well, when you're in Rome and you just walk in the Colosseum, you're like, holy shit. This is the
history.
fucking Colosseum. And obviously, the Colosseum has way more history. That's what I want to see. I want to see a fucking fight in the Colosseum.
Yeah, I
That's what
wouldn't
they
mind
should
that.
do. Conor versus GSP in Italy, in the Colosseum.
You're onto something there. You sell that bitch out. The pure MMA fighters list right now. I fucking hate these two.
This is
these
what they
two
do.
are
They only
assholes.
sell 1,000 tickets, and they only sell
$1
them in
million
Saudi
ticket.
Arabia.
Yes, just Dubai's
China,
up in that bitch.
Dubai. There's all the ballers there. Everyone's just covered in gold
Yes.
and shit. Mr. T
You just
starter
got
kits. and
whores lined up too.
Ferraris pull up. Ferrari, Lamborghini,
That's it.
Lamborghini limousines,
Caviar going through the aisles and shit. Tuxedos.
champagne. P. Diddy changed his name for a 4th time. Did you hear P. Diddy changed his name again?
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
To what?
Love.
Brother Love.
AKA Brother Love.
Hey, man.
He just
You're
wants to be
fucking
called
Puffy
Love.
to me. I
No,
don't
no,
give a
no. He
fuck.
said he's not going to respond to Puffy or Diddy or P. Diddy or any of those monikers before, those previous monikers. He goes, I don't feel like I'm the same person. I'm not that guy anymore.
You know what? And
Which
I hear
feel
you, man.
all the time, but
me,
I'm stuck with my same fucking
Yeah,
name.
me too.
I'd like to change my name for that same
I don't
reason.
like being known as the fighter. I like to change my fucking name.
Yeah. What would you like to be?
I don't know.
You come up with something fresh. Like
I know.
a
I need
rapper.
something cool.
If you were like a rapper.
I need something cool. Like be smooth.
Yeah.
Yeah, be smooth.
Be laughing. And please welcome your host, Be Laughing.
Be laughing.
Hey, I'll be laughing.
This is Brother Love, by the way.
Oh,
The OG Brother Love.
Oh,
wait a minute, wait a
shit,
minute, wait a
son.
minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Well, if you can do that, can you do that?
He did it.
Well, that seems. I'm gonna call myself the Superfly.
Dude, you can't do
I'll
that.
call myself Superfly like Jimmy Superfly Snuka.
Hey,
That's my new name, bro. Superfly.
Dude, I'm not mad at that.
Superfly.
And you only answer Superfly?
That's it. None of my previous monikers.
Bro, that's when
Sean
you...
Combs, I won't respond. I'll
Dude.
respond to all the ones that Puffy won't respond to and Superfly.
Dude,
you can call me Puffy, P. Diddy.
That's when you know you just don't have the right people around you. When you can just change your name and won't
Yeah.
answer anything else.
That is hilarious.
Oh, hell no.
Do you think he was just high as fuck? Because he seems so high, he seems scared to talk to the camera. Pull up the video.
Seems scared to talk to the camera?
Yeah, because I know when I get so high that I'm scared. I love Brother Love's skin tone. Amazing.
God, what is a red, powerful red?
He's on the beach and he's got like a white hat on, like
and
a straw hat.
And it's him announcing he's changing his name?
And it's like, I just want, that's it. Give me some volume.
Hashtag take that.
Give it to, play it for the beginning.
Serious news. I've been praying on this, and I decided.
Oh, you prayed
I know
on
it
it?
was risky because I knew it could come off as corny to some people. Like, yo, I decided to change my name again. I'm just not who
He's so serious.
I am before.
Well, I
I'm
get
something
it.
different.
I get it.
So my new name is Love, a.k.a. Brother Love. I will not be answering to Puffy, Diddy, Puff Daddy, or any of my other monikers, but Love or Brother Love, okay? It's my birthday. I feel good. God is the greatest. I give all glory, and I thank my mama and daddy. Mwah!
What the fuck is he smoking?
Amazing. Play it again. Play it
That
forever.
was kind of great.
Play it forever. He's so high, he's barely alive.
Very serious news.
It's serious
I've been
news,
praying on
though.
this, and
He's been praying on it.
decided, I know it was risky because I knew it could
Powerful
come off
Gucci
as
shirt.
corny.
Dude, it might
to
come
some
off as
people.
corny.
Like, yo,
Do you think he comes off as corny?
Nah, it feels
Right there.
pure.
I decided to change my name again. I'm just not.
dog. I decided to change my name again.
Dead serious, though.
Yeah, what's going on, man? I got
Before.
some serious things in my life.
I'm so,
My girl's
decided to
breaking up
change
with
my
me.
name.
Dude,
Yeah.
did he walk back in there and
I
was like,
decided to change my name
bro,
again.
you changed your name?
Yo, you changed your name again? Like he's on vacation somewhere playing golf. It's like, this edible kicked in. I'm gonna go back here and change my name.
I bet he thought about it for a long fucking while and was like, I'm going to
Look,
do
you can
it.
see his hand holding up the phone. That's hilarious. When you zoom in,
Dude,
see his hand holding up his phone, talking to his phone.
I think sometimes you just smash life in every lane that you just become a little crazy.
Hashtag take that.
Hashtag take that.
Hear that? Take that.
Take that.
Dude,
Yeah.
that
I
dude.
don't know. Seems like an odd choice. But hey, why not? Fuck it. He did it twice. Do it again.
I was in a gym.
Diddy,
I was
P.
in
Diddy.
I was in a gym in Hollywood and he came in, wanted to work out midday. And he wanted everyone to leave.
Oh, that's adorable.
Yeah. Good luck getting me out of there. However, he let me stay for whatever reason. I don't know. Maybe because I looked like I was going to put up a fight. But he came in there with a truckload of bitches.
Did he? And
Oh.
was working out with all these girls, dancing around him.
I was nervous too around him. Hell yeah. He's about to do some Kevin Spacey shit to me or something. I don't know. I was nervous.
Were you really?
I was a little nervous. Hell yeah.
Why?
He had his whole team around. They did shut down the gym. I was on the bike
kicked
looking all
everybody out.
cute.
They kicked everybody out.
A lot of people had to bounce that bitch. Yeah.
So they told people, hey, I know you paid for your dues and you're a member here, but that doesn't matter because this guy means more to us than you do.
basically
That's
private
fucked up.
gym. Private gym.
Oh, it was a private gym?
Private gym.
Oh.
And they're like, yo, we need you to get out because P. Diddy's here.
Private gym.
I said, I got 10
What kind of a
minutes. I
private
ain't
gym
going
is that?
nowhere, bitch.
What kind of private gym is that?
There's a private gym for high-level athletes and celebrities, yeah. I don't want to give the gym out
Sounds
because I don't want to
gross.
shit on them for
Sounds
this.
gross.
I know.
I just can't believe they would kick. Like, why? He can't work out with people?
He didn't want people in there. I don't know. Maybe he's super weak on the bench or some shit. He had like 25s on there. He's
Trying
like,
to do
I can't
calf
let
raises
bitches
and
see
shit.
this.
Oh, that's it. That's it right there.
He said trying to do calf raises, just do some bullshit workout. That's what happened. He's about to do some fucking jazzercise shit. Didn't want anyone to see it.
All he does is that adductor machine where it looks
He's
like you're
doing that
squeezing your pussy together
nonsense. Just
and
some,
spreading your legs.
just some straight nonsense all day,
By the
bro.
way, that shit is phenomenal for your guard.
Hell yeah.
That abductor
Yeah, the
thing
Susan
for your
Sarandon
sweeps.
shit. Yeah.
Susan Sarandon.
Is it Sarandon?
Fucking forgot her name.
What? She
What
was,
is her name?
She
Suzanne
was
Summers.
Yes! Dude, I used to jack off to her videos when I was a kid.
How dare
she
you.
was bad as fuck.
Yeah, but she had the spring that you push with your pussy.
That shit was legit, though.
Master.
The Thigh Master.
Yes.
Yeah. Was it real? Does it really work? If you
she's
sell a thigh master, you should have to show your thighs. Like, let's see
let's see what we're working with.
Yeah,
dude, she was
the
hot
results
as fuck back then.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, she was pretty hot.
Dude.
Long legs. She was one of the classic stories in Hollywood of negotiations gone sideways.
How so?
She was one of the big stars of Three's Company. And there was some sort of a negotiation that didn't go well. And they removed her from the show. I don't know if she wound up quitting or she wrote out the contract. But at one point in time.
Company?
Yeah, at one point in time, the thing had gotten so bad that she was only appearing on the show on the phone. She'd be like on the phone calling in.
What
and talking.
the hell?
Yeah, yeah. It was weird. And then they replaced her. They replaced her with a new girl.
Damn. She tried pulling a ball and move, and Hollywood was like, what?
Yeah, I don't remember the full details. I want to say that it was like a manager decided they were going to play hardball with the network because it was a big hit show.
That's some Roger Huerta shit of Hollywood.
Here it is. The crazy story of how Suzanne Summers was fired for asking for equal pay on Three's Company at the peak of her fame in 1980. So I guess John Ritter was probably raking in all the cheese with son.
All the cheese. Can you imagine if they made Three's Company in today's society?
I did.
No way it gets greenlit.
I did an episode of News Radio with John Ritter.
Was he awesome?
Super nice guy. Like, weirdly nice. And people always say that about him.
Yeah,
Like,
people say great things.
Genuine, nice guy.
Dude, how about your boy on your show House of Cards, Kevin Spacey?
Woo.
They say he's super screwed.
Well, you hear what they were saying about the actual set? He would just be grabbing guys' dicks on the set and cornering them and shit.
God, dog, just the ultimate dick diver. Just relax.
Well, here's a little insight into that. His brother did an interview where his brother was talking about, I think his dad raping his brother, like really heavy-duty shit. And his brother is dressed like Rod Stewart in the 1970s with crazy hair and some yellow leather jacket with rings on and shit, and or something, like just crazy fashion.
Lost his shit.
And you're like, what is going on? You realize, oh, these two probably come from an extremely sexually abusive household. And he was talking about how he thinks that, and I don't know if this is pre or post allegation, because I literally only watched like 2 minutes of it. I read a little bit of it and I watched 2 minutes of it, and then my little fucking chipmunk brain was like, next thing, please.
Yep. See ya.
And but he was talking about how he thinks that Kevin Spacey became an actor because he hated his life and hated like what he experienced growing up so
he wanted to be
bad.
someone else.
He wanted to be someone else. But
goddamn, was he good at it?
he was an amazing actor, but I don't think his brother wasn't. I don't know if they even addressed his sexual abuse allegations.
Damn.
Because I didn't really get into it.
That's some heavy
See if
shit.
you can find it. Dude, scary shit that it went on for so long. This Harvey Weinstein shit is scary too. You know what I found? You want to see something crazy? Here, I'll send it to you, Jamie.
I'd like to see something crazy.
I found some shit from 1947. Hold on 1 second.
Dude, how ugly are all these sexual predators too? They're hideous. Like, you're not gonna see my boy Costa getting accused of sexual
Yeah, that guy.
assault.
He's
You
too
don't
sweet.
need to. Yeah.
Yeah, it's it is. They are hideous, but it seems like this was what they did in Hollywood, and this is the reason.
It's the
why.
culture, right? Like
Yeah.
these guys are products of the environment
I'm gonna
because
send
there's
this to you
allowed.
right now, Jamie. See, would you be able to put this up?
Text or email?
Yeah, text message.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, here I'm gonna send it to you because this is crazy. This is from this woman in 1947, and she was talking about this very thing.
Kevin Spacey thing.
What is it?
It's on his brother. Says the price of betrayal and deviancy, how an abusive childhood at the hands of a vile Nazi father turned Kevin Spacey into a, quote, monster whose life was a lie.
Wow.
Damn.
Kevin
man.
Spacey was born Kevin Fowler, grew up in a Nazi supporting father. Older brother Randy recalls being sexually abused by father Thomas, aged 14, while mother Kathleen turned a blind eye. Oof.
Listen, obviously what he did is horrible and he's a monster, but God, man, you feel bad for him.
You
know
do
what I'm
feel
saying?
bad. Jamie, look at that text that I sent you. This was again, this is from 1947, and it was Maureen O'Hara. And she charged Hollywood producers and directors with calling her a cold potato without sex appeal because she refuses to let them make love to her, says the Mirror New York correspondent. She says, in quotes, "I am so upset with it that I am ready to quit Hollywood," Maureen says. It's got it's got so bad, I hate to come to work in the morning. I'm a helpless victim of Hollywood's whispering campaign because I don't
Probably
let the producer and the director kiss me every morning or let them paw me. They have spread word around town that I something not a woman am not a woman, that I'm a cold piece, a marble statuary. Wow.
Jesus Christ, man.
So that just shows you
how long it's been going on.
that this is probably what they always did. These fucking
And there's so many more monsters. Like these guys are the product of the machine.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you're an intern and you grow up seeing that, and then you become some sort of a studio head, and then you see that everywhere around you, and then you're doing it.
Yeah, it's literally the product of the environment. It's like that's the nature of the business, which is horrible to say. And now it's finally out there.
Yeah, the Kevin Spacey thing is crazy. It's
Super
crazy 'cause
fun.
it's all like a lot of 14-year-olds that he was.
Grabbing their dick.
Shit. Fuck, man.
And then what you see fucking Harvey Weinstein just looks like pure shit. He tried like going in a disguise at like a sports bar or some shit. You see this?
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did. Sir, you are 6'5", 300 pounds out of shape. And your face is everywhere.
He tried to go into a sports bar with a disguise.
Yeah. There's like a picture of him at a bar, and people are like, "You shitting me? Like, what are you doing?"
He really thought he was going to sneak in?
Yeah, that's like the mountain from Game of Thrones sitting at a bar. We're like, no, everyone knows what the fuck you look like. Look at this.
He wigs out.
He's wearing a wig and
Let me
makeup.
see it. Let me
Phoenix
see it.
Restaurant.
I can hardly see that.
It's hard to see.
You sure that's him?
Yeah, that's him.
Seems
That
he
picture.
posts this shit.
Yeah, but that picture looks terrible.
That's a horrible picture, but that's
It's hard
him.
to tell.
He's been in the Phoenix area where he's completed a 1-week outpatient rehab program.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So crazy.
Bitch, you can't put a hat on and a wig and think we won't notice. Dark shit, man.
Right above it said Johnny Depp to sell homes to pay debt.
Yes.
I'd still love that guy.
He just goes off.
Yeah, he's just
Imagine
going
as
crazy.
much money as that guy made. He's still just spending it. Could lose homes to repay $5 million loan. Wow.
Just sell one home, son.
But that's not good. That means he doesn't have $5 million to pay a loan. And he has like 14 houses he owns.
Hey, Disney, better strike up another Pirates of the
Can you
Caribbean.
imagine if you went on just a hurricane ride of cocaine for like 17 years, and all of a sudden you woke up, and you're like, I owe what?
How many houses?
Who fucking let me buy all these houses?
18 houses? Are you shitting me?
I wonder why he's suing his business manager. It's like, you knew I was on coke? You let me buy 14 houses when I was on coke. God damn it. Poor bastard.
Hey, man.
How many years after retiring from boxing is Floyd Mayweather broke?
The Conor
10?
fight alarms me. 5.
5.
Probably 5.
5. Does he
Of all
make
the
a
people he
comeback
has.
fight at like 46?
No, that ship sailed.
You don't think so?
Uh-uh.
Comeback fight at 46.
No, it's just too sad. His ego's too big. And the market's not there anymore.
I think he tries to talk Conor McGregor into a rematch. I'm not kidding.
Did you see Conor's statements about that?
No, what'd he say?
He said, I'd beat him in a rematch.
Adorable.
Yeah, I know. It's like, God damn it.
Yeah.
Come on.
Well, he would have to do something extremely different in his training.
No. It's just not. He's never beating Mayweather in a boxing
Well,
match.
he
It's
didn't
just
even
not
look
possible.
like he was punching him hard, right? It looked like he clipped him with that one hard uppercut, but it looks like
Legit
he was
shot.
He was pacing himself and saving his energy.
It's just not the way to go. I get what he's doing, but it's just not the way to go.
Yeah, but if you're making $100 million, it's $100 million. If he could sucker people into doing it again for $100 million.
Well, what do you think the
You wouldn't do
UFC's?
it?
What do you think the UFC is going to have to do to get Conor back? Because Conor had his movie premiere, which I guess destroyed the box offices in Ireland. I don't know how many premieres they have out there, but it's the biggest, most successful Irish movie of all time.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, which is crazy. But
It's so crazy.
They asked him, "What are you going to have to do?" He goes, "Oh, we're not. I don't have bosses anymore. We have to be partners," which is a legit point.
Yeah, it's a legit point. He's a different business entity. But I think part of the point is going to be that he can't talk about it. It's part of the,
I agree. I think
it's
the
gonna be
deal's
like,
going to happen, and then he's just like, "No, I'm fine, normal contract." Because UFC's like, "Yeah, we get it, bitch. We're going to give you some money."
There's also the issue if you're negotiating that you go public with this negotiation like that. You don't want to talk about that.
No.
I mean, I guess he does for his brand because it makes him look like a super baller. They've got to pay Conor now. They can't just fucking keep him on the same deal that they had before.
God, do you trust Conor not to say anything?
Well, for Conor, part of his thing is disclosing it. It's part of his swagger. It's how much money he's making.
It's what makes him Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
He's beating the game, which is why we
changed
like
the
him.
Game.
Yeah.
It's got to be parity now.
Yeah.
It can't be the old deal.
Yeah.
It can't be the old deal.
So you think they give him a part?
I think if I was the UFC, I would do what it takes to be in the Conor McGregor business. Now, I don't know what that means because I don't know shit about business.
It means you're giving up a percentage of your company.
I think you got to give up a percentage if you want a percentage. Okay? Look at 94% like this movie.
Comes out Friday.
Fucking amazing. It's fucking amazing. 94%.
It's out Friday at all the movie theaters here?
I don't know about all, but I think a lot of them probably.
Find those fucking 6% piece of shite. Chase them through the streets of Dublin.
Just 6% of Nate Diaz fans?
Yeah, what is that about? Who are these 6%? Fucking haters. Super haters, right?
Pure haters.
Yeah. Ridiculous.
So you're not getting the Nate fight then if Tony and Conor fight?
Say that again?
You're probably not getting the Nate fight anytime soon if...
No.
Because Conor's team says, too, that Tony's the next fight. Like, his management says that and Dana says that. So what do you do if you're Nate?
I think they don't want to do a Nate fight.
Who does? Oh, you think Conor does it?
I think they think Nate is a big fucking guy. He's long. He's a rough fight. They had
rougher than Tony Ferg?
I think they're both rough fights.
They're both. Neither one of them's a fucking walk in the park.
But after coming off of that real hard fight with Nate, maybe he thinks Tony's easier to hit.
No. Although, well, he hit Nate a lot too, though.
Yeah, he did hit Nate a lot, and
it's at 55. But plus, which is going to get more? What's going to get more hype? Nate.
I agree. But
if Eddie was here, he'd argue.
He'd be going crazy. Tony's a star.
He's a superstar. I went, Eddie, you got to relax.
Yeah. But, Eddie trains him. I
mean,
we totally understand.
100%.
Look, I honestly want to see each fight equally. I really do. I don't have a favorite. I would love to see Nate and Conor go at it again. I would love to see Conor go at it with Tony. I literally do not have a favorite. I love both of those fights.
What happens if you only get one fight out of Conor? Conor goes, I'm only fighting once.
Tony.
I'm going to let Joe Rogan be the guy who decides. You got Tony, Nate, or GSP?
Tony. Because we haven't seen him fight Tony before. We've seen him fight Nate twice. GSP is such a long shot, and it's a different weight class. It's 170. I mean, that's all that. I mean, GSP had talked about going to 55 at one point in time. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. That would take a long fucking time.
From the people who I know who are super close with George, what they want is Woodley and then a super fight with Conor. That's their game plan.
Why do they want Woodley?
70 champ. You're not going to vacate 85. 85 doesn't make sense.
Dangerous fight.
Hell yeah, but they're all dangerous.
All dangerous.
All of them.
Everybody 170 is
85, that's just unrealistic. That ain't happening. 70 makes more sense.
But look at what Dana said. Don't call him a liar. I'll call him right now. Did you say he's a liar?
He already hates me.
He said Robert Whittaker.
He already hates me anyways, so he can't get any worse. So I don't give a fuck. But I think he has to say that. There's a lot of things where, he's listen, I know he's your friend, but he's also a promoter. He's the best promoter in the game.
Right.
So he has to say certain stuff so there's just not a Wild West.
Maybe George really wants to fight Robert Whittaker. It's entirely possible. George really likes it at 185. Who knows? I don't know.
Not happening.
Yeah, I don't know.
But it's not like
take it.
It's not like I'll take it
take
too.
it
It's
all.
not like Dana's word is bond here, where he hasn't said outlandish shit before to hype a thing.
Let me ask you this: what do you rather see? Would you rather see him versus GSP versus Robert Whittaker, or GSP versus Woodley?
God, that's a great question.
I got my answer.
Yeah, Whittaker, right? It's so fucking exciting because we can knock his ass out.
He can knock anybody out, and he's aggressive and he's very technical. His striking is fucking wicked. He's wicked.
What would I rather see? Yeah, I'd rather see Whittaker GSP.
Oh, okay.
If I'm on GSP's team, he's fighting Woodley.
Really?
Whittaker ain't a fun fight for him.
I don't think either fight's a fun fight for anybody.
Neither's fun, but at 85, there's a lot of his stamina. There's a lot. It's just not fun for him.
Well, it's interesting because Robert Whittaker, the 185-pound interim champ, used to be a 170-pound fighter as well, and he was stopped by Wonder Boy.
Yeah, that's true.
But he was draining himself to make 170. And Whittaker, again, we're talking about a 26-year-old guy who, when he changed weight classes, was probably only 23.
Yeah.
Right? Was
Young.
about 3 years ago?
Yeah. His last loss, right?
Yep. Yeah, he just couldn't make the weight. He was
No.
just training himself.
And it's harder to
pretty
make
stout.
weight when you're older.
And he's pretty fucking stout at 185 pounds. I mean, he's not a small 185.
He's the fastest 85 in the world.
Were you shocked by Mousasi, the Mousasi fight? Do you think that shows you like how good the Bellator guys are?
Yes and no. I do. I think Bellator's at a level. Certain guys are at a level, but I think Mousasi, if he hears the interview, and he was actually pretty funny in it, but he was like, I had one fucking eye, man. I literally had one eye. He closed my eye up, so I was just going off instincts, and Shlemenko's very tough, man.
Very tough.
So I have one eye. He's tough. That's what you get.
Yeah, he caught him with one big clanger.
But he was pulling the Brandon Vera where he was like, before he even got there, he was like, I'm going to be champ at middleweight, lightweight, heavyweight. I'm like, whoa.
I think everybody's going to go Thug Rose now. Hey, I just want to be a
The
good
cool way?
person.
God,
I just
you
want to be a
can't
good
do
person.
that.
I want to be myself.
You can't do that,
I'm
can
going to
you?
kick your ass. And she's like, Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be
That was
thy
some
name.
scary shit. We only got room for one
But
rose.
she did it, though.
I know, man.
I'm very happy.
Me too. That left hook was
That was
filthy.
one of the most intriguing fights on the card to me.
I got to be honest, and I've known Rose, and we have a history in Denver, and we have the same coaches, and I love Rose, and I bet on her just because she's such a big underdog. I predicted, I thought she was going to be in a lot of trouble because Joanna's just so goddamn technical.
Yeah.
But I think Joanna didn't respect her. She kind of overlooked her. That championship, you know, those obligations you have as a champion. I don't think people realize what comes with that. You know, a lot of people go, I think it was Dana said this, or it was Ron, like, everyone wants to be a champ, you have to do championship shit, which you got to sell the fight. You're the reason why the pay-per-view is selling. There's a lot that comes with that. So, and it's George retired because of it. He's like, dude, I couldn't relax, man.
Yeah, we don't get to see it very often, too. You know, like, we don't get to see it. We see little clips here and there, but we don't know what their schedule's like. All the phone calls they have to make, all the interviews they have to do.
Connor talked about
all
it
day long.
Remember, he backed out of that when they wanted to do that fight. He's like, "No, fuck me, I'm not doing all that media.
That's right.
You
Remember
guys are killing me."
They pulled him from the card.
Yeah, he was like, "Cool, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I need to train. Like you guys are having me do all this media circus stuff.
Yeah.
I got to focus on the fight, man."
Right.
And they put him through more interviews than anyone ever. Of
course, because
and that motherfucker's never met a camera he doesn't like. And think about it, he was like, "No, I'm going crazy."
Yeah. Remember when him and Aldo they did that world tour?
Yeah.
That was ridiculous.
Nuts, man.
That world tour was
over.
crazy.
How about the Floyd Mayweather tour? That schedule was nuts, and I was just a commentator on that bitch. I was exhausted.
Yeah, how crazy was that tour where they would stand in front of everybody and talk shit?
I told them
organized a shit
after 2 cities, it'd be tough for the best comics in the world to come up with new material 6 nights in a row.
Yeah.
Let alone these 2 fighters.
Yeah.
Like the first 2 cities you saw, they had their shit together. It was fun. Then after that third one, I was like, what are we doing?
What do you think? Were they selling tickets to that, or they were giving it away for free?
I think they were giving them away, but it was packed. I've never seen some shit like that ever.
You were there live, right? How many
Yeah.
different ones did you go to live?
I went to all of them except for London.
How many were there?
I went to, I went to Los Angeles, New York, and Toronto. And then they did London. So I went on all. And the biggest one, Toronto, I've never seen anything like it, man.
Really?
Never.
Wow.
People hanging off the rafters to get a piece of them. It was nuts. Scary shit.
There's no one like him. It's weird. You know, there's a lot of great fighters right now, but there's no one that has the same enigmatic persona, this fucking quality that makes everybody want to be around him. No one on the planet. Like, there's no one even a close second.
There's never been a close second, has there?
Nah. No, like as far as like popularity, he's like the biggest
By far.
combat sports athlete ever. Because who else could go from one sport to the next the way he did?
No, it's just perfect timing, perfect style. But the talent right now at 55 and 70, again, I was looking at 70. I'm like, oh my God, the UFC is operating at such a high level talent-wise. It's nuts. In certain
Insane.
divisions, other divisions, it's Jesus Christ. We need some life.
Do you think you could ever talk George into fighting Connor?
100%. I'm
Think
telling
that
you,
can
Joe.
happen at 170?
Well, I'm telling you, when I tell you my guys who are super close to George, their plan is Woodley, Connor. Now, a lot
Really?
has to happen. And these guys are, you know me, brother. I'm the,
Yeah.
hey, man.
Woodley, if George comes back and beats Tyron Woodley, first of all, that would cement him as the GOAT.
He's the GOAT already, let's be honest.
Coming back at 36 and winning the middleweight title, moving up 15
Finishing
pounds,
him, 15 pounds.
putting him to sleep. But it's still like that's accomplishment goat versus like technique goat. Technique goat is Mighty Mouse.
Who's Mighty Mouse fighting?
Nobody.
We
like
always go
that.
through this.
Nobody like that.
Look at George's resume.
Yeah.
And you're talking about non-USADA days.
It's true.
When it was the Wild fucking West. And
Well, that's
creatine. What?
That's a question.
Least of
too.
our worries.
That's a
Hell, they were
question too
snorting
about
creatine in the bag.
I got to wrap this up.
Yeah, you
Tell
do.
everybody where you're going to be.
This week, let's see. Thursday, I'm in Charlotte. Friday, Saturday, Zany's in Nashville.
Killing it on the road.
Yeah, son. Sunday
Brendan Schaub
night.
killing it on the
Sunday
road.
night, Columbus. Charlotte, Nashville, Columbus. Let's do this. tfatk.com.
Yeah, I'm at the Ice House Friday night. Pasadena, 2 shows, 8 and 10. Almost sold out. Holla.
I love the Ice House.
It's the best. See you guys.